have a conversation with your loved one. Encourage them to see a doctor or offer to go with them. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. The Alzheimer's Association provides care, support, and research to help you take control of the situation with your family and manage the disease together. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
WKGN 1340. Go Balls!
You're tuned in to East Tennessee's premier sports radio call-in show. This is The Drive.
And hello, good afternoon, and welcome to another stellar edition of The Drive here on Fan Run Radio. Russell Smith punching the time clock at 3:03 on a beautiful Monday afternoon edition of the program. Live today from the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. It is Adidas Day in Big Orange Country. Very exciting. Got our first look at the new uniforms and I guess all sports, the orangies. We get the whiteys tomorrow. We have Team USA in a huge game against Belgium tonight, where the world of sports and politics have collided and people have opinions. But first, before we go any further, we must congratulate Bear. This sneaky sly dog you. Had no idea you were even seeing anybody, let alone getting married over the weekend.
What are you talking about?
Congratulations on the nuptials.
You know that's not me. Okay,
what are you talking about? I saw a picture of you getting married to a very buxom young lady. You looked happy.
I ain't got that kind of money.
You looked excited. You looked thrilled. What do you mean you don't have that kind of money?
I ain't got that kind of money.
Well, I mean,
be attracted to no young girl like that.
Oh. Well, you don't think you could do it just off sheer force of personality?
Not marriage.
You think you could fool somebody for a couple of dates?
Not fool somebody.
You think you could, you've got enough money to bribe somebody for a couple of days?
No, it's not about money. I mean, I've got enough juice to where they'd hang for a while, but I ain't getting married.
Oh, congratulations to Tennessee defensive coordinator Jim Knowles, a.k.a. Fake Bear, tying the knot over the weekend. And let me go ahead and be the first hot take of the week, Bear. Are you ready for this one?
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it. I don't like my defensive coordinator getting married.
Why?
I don't like him distracted. I want my defensive coordinator sleeping on the couch, in his office, in the lab, drawing up plays, schemes, blitzes. I like him 110% focused on the task at hand, which is rebuilding Tennessee's defense into something approximating a unit that can hold its own in this league and get us to that 9 or 10 win mark. Instead, we've got Jim Knowles. He's in the honeymoon phase. He's floating on clouds. He's going home every night. I mean, you know what married people do at night? He's going to be tired.
Well, no, I think it's good that he went ahead and got married.
What newly married people do at night.
Because, as you well know, when it's your girlfriend, girlfriends put a lot more, it's a lot more taxing than your wife. If you think about
girlfriends are more taxing than wives.
Yeah, especially not so much girlfriends, but fiancés. Better to go ahead and get this out of the way now. Now they're just a married couple. He's got to go earn money. She's got to understand.
And she's got to understand. What kind of wife do you know that understands?
Not many.
Why aren't you home right now? You were supposed to be home an hour ago. You said we were going to watch The Bachelorette tonight.
But, honey, we've got Alabama this week. We're working on our 3rd and short package. I don't care. I can't have it, Bear.
Well, I think you would, in his situation, explain. There's a reason they're paying me 7 figures, honey.
You like that house you moved into over the summer? You like that 4,000 square foot? Yeah, you like the new car you're driving around there? You like getting your nails done every week?
Like rolling in the benzo?
Then you're just going to have to watch that program by yourself, hon.
Shout out for him. He struck a blow for all bald-headed, graying dudes everywhere. Way to go, Coach.
Congratulations, Jim Knowles.
I think it's the first picture I've ever seen of the guy where he's smiling.
That's what I'm saying. He's too happy, man. I want my defensive coordinator pissed off all the time.
It's his wedding day. Let him have one day, Russ, for God's sakes.
I'm just saying. Josh Heupel known about this, maybe we would have gone in a different direction. It is Adidas Day, and as predicted, Tennessee's uniforms erring on the side of caution, on the conservative side, if you will. Danny White is, we talked about this yesterday, Bear. He's no dummy when it comes to PR. And he knows that the switch to Adidas was going to be a tough sell to certain segments of the fan base, and he handled it masterfully, as we talked about last week, by first of all painting it as a financial thing. This is going to help us get players. It's an NIL-driven deal. Nike didn't value us. Adidas does. So he got most people on board with that. And then, I think he knew, we're going to lean into tradition with this. We're not going to have some, fancy new age uniform with stripes and different designs and emblems and whatnot all over the place. We're just going to do what we do.
And went classic.
You're going to make the numbers a little bit bigger on the football. You can. You stick to the Vol script across the baseball jerseys. You do that, and we don't mess at all with the basketball uniforms. And
there's no reason to.
You do those things, and you're not going to have many complaints. And there aren't many complaints today from what I've seen online of Tennessee fans. It is interesting, though. I see the Tennessee fans' responses to these. Oh, it's gold. They love it. They're drooling. Can't wait to buy the fan gear. And then I see, Pete Nakos tweeted out, first look at Tennessee's new uniforms, and picture of the football unis. And then, it was, just not other fan bases, just random people who follow Pete Nakos commenting, and they weren't that impressed by it. Not unimpressed. I mean,
they're pretty.
Yeah, it's not much of a change.
No, it's basic. Have we had the 2 orange stripes on the pants?
Yes. For 10 years.
Huh. Shows you how much I was. Power T on the hip?
That's new. What do you think about that?
I mean, didn't we have that in the old days at some point?
I think they had it on in the 90s when they did not have the orange stripes on the side.
Yeah, I thought it was a clean look. The big thing to me was the orange. We'll see how they look in person, but the orange looked correct, and it looked uniform across the different sports, the pictures of the different athletes.
Well, if you read Adam Sparks' piece in the News Sentinel last week, they went to great lengths to get that right, which, kudos to them. We all know orange is a hard color to match and to get right, and Adidas did not do it well 10, 15 years ago, particularly during the Derek Dooley era. Started out really well in the 90s, but then something changed. I don't know what, but it was not good there for a couple of years. They got the color right this year, so kudos to them on that. Less than 7 weeks from kickoff. Be here before 2 weeks from today, SEC Media Days. Kicks off in Tampa. Yep.
We sending anybody down there?
We should. Who should we send down? It has been it's a trying week right now, man. I thought this place would be buzzing today. There's nobody here. William Pattison is off this week, which, he's kind of our glue guy here around the station, connects the morning show to the afternoon and everything in between.
A lot of graphic stuff for all the shows.
Cody McClure is
recuperating.
He's laid up. He had a traffic accident. He's okay, but it was kind of a scary deal out there. And
thoughts and prayers out to Cody. We love you, Cody.
If you haven't noticed yet, No, Bob's not being quiet. He's not here.
He never really gave us a reason either.
No.
You're
Nope.
like, hey, I'm not going to be there.
At least Walker gave. Now, I don't know what's worse. Bob told us way ahead of time that he'd be out today. We forgot, but he told us.
Right.
So Bob gave us well over a week notice. Walker just texted us last night, hey, guys, I'm not going to be there.
That was more of a reminder because I've got to be honest.
Uh-oh.
Unlike Walker, who begrudgingly takes responsibility, I'll take responsibility. He had told me at one point last week because he asked me what day he was
Why
trying
didn't he tell me?
Well, because we were coordinating with each other because, I've got a lot of appointments right now.
What does that have to do with telling me?
I don't know.
It's not an answer to my question.
Because
No, I mean, that's cool that he told you, but
we were trying to coordinate so there would definitely be one of us here.
Well, can't we do that in the group text? Anyway, I don't know what I would rather. I know something came up and he's got a legitimate excuse, but I guess
Baskerville? What's his?
No, Walker.
Yeah, what's Baskerville's?
I don't know. He just didn't want to come in today. I think that he was just kind of upset about not getting the third off because most everybody else took the third off. So he's like, and we had the live show. Shout out Casual Pint. What a great time that was.
A heck of a time.
But I think he was still like, how Baskerville is about his days. I mean, he's back-to-back Wallace Award winner. He hoists the Crest Cup with regularity now. Like, he's got it on lockdown. And I think he was just like, you know what? I'm not going to let all these other dudes take all this time off, and I'm going to be here working like a schlep. Okay, I can't take the third off. I'll take the sixth off. How do you like that?
He is the Michael Schumacher of the Crest Cup, isn't he?
And like he saw that too last night. He was very quiet when Walker said he wasn't going to be in here. He didn't respond because he knew that put you and I in a tough spot. This is a heavy lift. 3 hours, 2 people on a 4-man crew. And Baskerville just, he's sitting by the pool right now.
Probably eating sausages, sipping Mai Tais.
Sausages.
I'm a big sausage guy.
Yeah.
I love sausage.
Bob, I'm beginning to think is as big a sausage guy as Cody.
I love sausage.
What makes you say that? I don't know, man. I mean,
Cody said he was in the hospital concussed, and he said his phone beeped. He looked down, and it was Baskerville asking him a sausage question.
Oh, asking him about sausages?
Yeah.
Did Bob know he was in the hospital?
No.
Oh. I was going to say, that would be kind of rude. Hey, Cody, while you're there, you're not doing anything. Can you reach through the foggy recesses of your concussed mind and give me some sausage info?
I love sausage.
Poor old Cody.
I'm a big sausage guy.
So we're down, and Bear's not feeling well.
No. Like if the other two were here, I probably would have taken today off. I'm feeling pretty rough.
Yeah, you're sounding rough out there. You think you're contagious?
I don't know if I still am. I picked it up from Junior last week when we were in Nashville.
Oh, so it is a contagious thing.
Yeah,
Man, I'm so glad we've got this. We're in separate rooms right now.
Yeah, it's not
That's
like we
awesome.
sat that close.
We've got
to
a
each
barrier. That's great.
So I feel bad for whoever. I guess it will be Sam Beard tomorrow, which could be bad because, they're already obviously.
Yeah, like 12 hours. It'll die off in there.
Cody's on the shelf for a while.
Whole operation's falling apart, man.
Yeah.
Cody's laid up. Bob and Walker have taken off.
I'll tell you,
Patterson's
man.
Out.
The guys that were here, though, it's been a solid solid day of shows from Talk Sports to Tony B to Playbook to us. We're gonna put our shoulders into it, as you always say, Russell.
Great.
Great.
We got a big show lined up. Coming up, hour number 2. Rick Butler, Rocky Top Insider, going to stop by. We'll ask him, did Adidas nail the reveal today? The new uniforms for Tennessee. Then in hour number 3, the CGP Christopher Gabriel stops by, give us his thoughts on the huge match tonight between the USA and Belgium. We get Balogun back. His ban has been lifted, and the Belgians are not happy about it, Bear.
No, and
they're upset.
in no way should
we don't
this
want to
be
make
taken
Belgium upset. Ooh.
as political. It's just maybe a word of advice to the president. I'm glad that he put in the call, but is somebody coming from the Southeastern Conference? When you do that, it's okay if you don't try and take credit for it. You don't need to tell everybody that, hey, I put in a call and told them I wanted this guy eligible.
Good thing is that's not Trump's style to beat his chest and tell everybody how good he did. So I'm sure he'll take the high road on this one. We'll get back into it. We'll tell you what the Belgians are saying when we continue. Open lines this hour. If you want to get in, now's a good time to take a shot. 865-966-3435. Your phone number to get on the drive, 966-3435. More Fan Run Radio coming up.
The Drive.
Take Fan Run Radio with you on the all-new
Streaming online this afternoon at fanrunradio.com and on your free Fan Run app. We have a variety of ways for you to experience the program. Shout out to the boys over there watching along on YouTube, the Fan Run Sports channel. Hit that thumbs up button, like, and subscribe. This is The Drive since 2010, 15 years now, every afternoon from 3 until 6 p.m. I'm Russell Smith alongside Bear.
Mm-hmm. It's like the old days, Russ.
We've done this a time or two.
Yeah, we have.
Trained radio professionals, folks. Do not try this at home. Let's go to the Fan Run breaking news desk. The Royal Belgian Football Association has issued a threat to the United States men's national soccer team.
What are they babbling on about now?
Quote, the RBFA has informed the United States Soccer Federation that it contests the eligibility of the player should the player be listed on the referee's team sheet tonight, and this leaves all further actions open.
So the Belgianese have got their knickers in a twist, huh?
All further actions. What are they going to do? They're going to walk off the field?
Like a forfeit?
Listen.
I mean, we all know Maradona handballed that in 86.
Here's the thing, man. This is not without precedent. Because I know people, what tickles me is the Americans that have got their panties in a wad about this because they hate the president so much that they would rather lose the game than have him have any sort of success.
Right.
This is not even the first. There's precedent for this in this tournament. They're doing it right now. In November, FIFA deferred the final 2 games of a 3-match ban for Ronaldo.
Of course they did.
For a red card that he had against Ireland in a World Cup qualifier just so that he could play in this tournament. Special circumstances for special player. Argentina, Nicolas Otamendi. Many of you Premier League fans know him. Arsenal, Ecuador midfielder Moises Caicedo, Chelsea player. They had 1-game bans deferred because of red cards that were drawn in qualifiers so that they could play. So people are acting like this is some sort of one-off. Oh, but Trump got involved. Well, there's precedent for that too. Brazil's Garrincha. I know, Bear, you love Garrincha, right? One of your favorites.
Never even heard of him.
Ejected from a 1962 semifinal, but allowed to play against Chile in the final after political pressure was applied. This is nothing new. The world, the game of international soccer has always been fraught with political meddling and corruption. So why shouldn't we benefit for once?
I don't know why we shouldn't. The thing that jumped out at me, I wasn't aware of this. I'm bringing 2 facts, soccer facts to the table that you might not know today,
Okay.
Russ. Fact number 1.
Mm-hmm.
They when you are reviewing the VAR, the VAR, whatever you call it, they are not supposed to watch that in slow motion. Were you aware of that?
I heard that. I didn't double check to see if that's not true. That doesn't make any sense to me. I think you should be able to. Whatever.
But I mean, what does make sense about FIFA? Apparently, they did with this. It was a terrible call. Everybody agrees on that this kid shouldn't have gotten a red card.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, it's like no harm, no foul. Messi did the same thing. He didn't get anything, not even a yellow card. Somebody else did it in this tournament. I can't remember the guy's name. He got a yellow card. We were the only one that got a red card. So
justice has been done.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. And look, just because Balogun's a great player, he increases our odds of success dramatically. Doesn't mean we're going to win.
No.
Belgium's still very good. And they will probably be galvanized by this. We'll be galvanized. It's going to be a great scene, man.
This whole thing has, I will admit, I hate
You watched last night?
I watched all day, all afternoon.
My God. Oh, you watched both games.
Oh, yeah. My guy, Erling Haaland, the Terminator.
That game last night, look, if you just hate the sport so much and you're just so angry and so mad about it that people talk about, like, I don't know what to tell you, man. If you couldn't watch England and Mexico last night and not feel the same intensity, passion of the fan base.
It was like Alabama and Auburn.
The wanting to win. Exactly. That you see from any other American sport, then you just have, I don't know. There's something wrong with you.
I don't.
We all have our heels dug in about something, but this seems like a weird thing to have your heels dug in. That was an amazing atmosphere and an amazing game. The drama, the back and forth nature of it.
Did you see the buses coming into the stadium where they were? I don't know what was in that foam that they were spraying British buses down.
I didn't see that. I did think, and I looked around briefly. I didn't see any English people getting hurt on the way out, but I did wonder about it because I mean, those we talk about we talk about those Knicks fans being animals down there or up there,
right?
Mexican fans,
they're kind of crazy.
It's a different level. Like they'll kill you, man. You want to see a great video on YouTube? I don't know exactly what to search for, but search for it was a 2014 U.S. Men's World Cup qualifier.
Mm-hmm.
We played Mexico in the Azteca, the same place that game was at. And there's, 100 or so U.S. fans that got tickets and went down there. They literally had the U.S. section caged off with like chain link fence.
Oh, yeah.
A barrier.
That's what first attracted me to soccer.
And there's people like, filming it on their phones or whatever and posting on YouTube. Like these people, they're throwing stuff at them through the fence. They're like trying to climb the fence to get at them to fight. I mean, and then like leaving the game, they have a police escort with the riot gear and everything.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing about England. They are the original likes to fight guys. The British are. And
but you got to be smart about it, man.
You're I don't know, man.
100 to 1.
They invented soccer hooliganism. They will fight at any moment, but it was a great scene. The Brazil-Norway game was incredible, I thought.
But did you want
in Brazil?
Did you like them? What's your feeling as an Oasis super fan seeing Wonderwall after the game?
I mean, it's pretty cool. It's nowhere near the Norwegian team with the row.
You like the row better?
Oh yeah, with the tom tom whoa tom tom. I like that better. I did like the Mexican duck. The Wonderwall thing's kind of cool. Although
you like Country Road, if we win tonight, it'll be an all-time Country Roads.
Country Roads is cool. The weird part about the Wonderwall thing is, I'm sure they're all about it now because the two of them, the brothers, but I mean, they've made no bones throughout their career about, correcting anybody. They're Irish. Born in Ireland, raised in Manchester.
Oasis is?
Yeah.
When did they move to Manchester?
At an early age. But they spent like every summer. If you look it up, they spent almost every summer at County Court.
I think you move somewhere at an early age. You're where you grew up, man. Like you can claim like way back, like, oh, my father is Italian. Like people do that.
Yeah, I think it's different but if you've got I don't know if you're aware of this, but Irish and the English don't really get along very well.
But don't move there. How bad can it be if you moved there?
I guess
it's a blood feud. Unless you've got a job for me. I mean, come on, man. I feel like you're blowing that out of proportion.
But yeah, I mean that's pretty cool. There's some other songs there, as I would have sang, other than Wonderwall.
What do you think they should have gone with? Champagne Supernova?
No.
Bear's going to go with a deep cut?
No, just something a little more aggressive than Wonderwall.
But I mean, it's this. See, this is. You want us to sing like a Slayer song. It's got to lend itself to sing along. The slower it is, the more drawn out notes you have, the better it's going to sound in a stadium full of people.
Yeah, no. I mean, that's what
you have people
says.
like guys aren't going to be like headbanging.
Yeah.
To a song. You want a song that people can like throw their arms around the guy next to them, like sway back and forth while they're singing. What about the guy, Jordan Henderson, the English midfielder who broke his arm? Guy got yellow carded and broke his arm. Didn't play a minute in the match. He got the yellow card at the end for time wasting or talking trash or something. And then in the celebration afterwards, he's jumping over one of those video banners, falls on his arm, snaps his arm.
Oh, I mean, it's gruesome looking.
It was gnarly.
Yeah, it was like Joe Theismann level of disgusting. You didn't have to. I mean, you could watch it on TV and be like, "Hey, no need for an X-ray. That guy just broke his arm."
Brent V3 in the YouTube chat is saying Oasis is Manchester born and raised, but have a deep Irish descent.
I don't know about that, buddy. It's not what they say.
What's that guy's name? We'll figure this out right now. Noel Gallagher.
They claim to be from, I think it's either County Mayo or County Cork.
Says he's born in Manchester, England.
On what?
Wikipedia.
So we're trusting Wikipedia?
Noel Thomas David Gallagher. What a pretentious. 4 names. Come on, dude. Born May 29th, 1967 in the Longsight area of Manchester to Irish Catholic parents Peggy and Thomas Gallagher. They're
He's got
English.
dual citizenship.
They're English. Get out of here. Irish, my ass. You're born in Manchester. They're Brits. And I would expect
he stated public. He doesn't root for England in like World
that's
Cup.
fine. You don't have to root, you don't have to root for it. But don't tell me you're Irish. You're English. You're born in England. Parents are Irish. Oh yeah, we hate everything about England. We hate it so much we moved there. Decided to raise our kids there.
He lives in London now.
GTFO. Steve-O says, is Belgian Bear having waffles for dinner tonight?
I've already stated I don't like Belgian waffles. I like Waffle House style.
But
I
you
just
would
like good old-fashioned American-style waffles. Unlike Russ, who has not only does he like Belgian waffles, he's got some kind of fancy French Belgian waffle maker, don't you, Russ?
I've got a fancy waffle maker that can make any kind of waffle you want. Belgian, American, Japanese, whatever.
What's a Japanese waffle?
I don't know. I just made it up, but I'll make you one.
I don't think it
My
can make
Breville
an
Smart
American
Waffle Maker. Oh, yes, it'd do them all.
How? Do you have different
Absolutely.
plates to go in there?
Different settings. It's got like 8 different settings.
I don't like Belgian
I'll make
waffles.
you any kind of waffle. You don't like Belgian waffles. Who doesn't like Belgian waffles?
I prefer American waffles.
But if you're getting up somewhere, you're on vacation, you're at some 5-star hotel, you go downstairs, the guy's like, we have Belgian waffles here. You're going to put some butter on it, some syrup. You're going to eat them. You're going to be happy, right? You're going to be fine.
I mean, it'd be okay. It's a waffle's a waffle. I'm not going to argue that.
Okay, well, then what are we talking about?
But I would prefer to have just a good old-fashioned Waffle House artery clogger.
I had one Saturday.
Oh,
it's fantastic. Our cookout got canceled that we were going to, which is just as well because it was hot. I didn't want to be outside. So we got up, had a late all-American brunch at the Waffle House. And then
what'd you get? All-Star?
No, I mixed it up a little. When I went with the Texas bacon, egg, and cheese melt and some hash browns. It was good. Still got the waffle as an appetizer, because I'm watching my waistline. Then we went, our cookout got canceled. You had to have burger or hot dog on 4th of July, right?
Yeah, I did.
We went down to Five Guys, burgers and fries. Took out a small loan, and that burger will be mine with about 3 more payments. It was delicious.
I mean, that's brave. I mean, I've seen the size of your son now, who every time I see him, it seems like he's grown 2 inches and gained 20 pounds. He's roughly the size of a river barge, but
he's getting big now. It was excellent, man. Did you have a good 4th? Did you do any fireworks?
No, the neighbors did but everybody's cool in our neighborhood. They stop, starts tapering off right around 11 o'clock. So, did you hear what happened in Philadelphia?
No.
I was listening to Tony B earlier. Apparently the mayor up there, that guy, I don't know why it was getting started so late. I don't know if it was due to weather or what. They fired theirs off at 2:30 a.m. Sunday morning.
Oh, man, that's awful.
The whole 45-minute show started. Could you imagine just being asleep somewhere in Philadelphia?
This goalie for Spain just made one of the most incredible saves you'll ever see on Ronaldo. He's like diving to his left, catches the ball in midair. It wasn't a very hard shot, but it's pretty awesome. So you're all in now in the World Cup. It sucked you in?
Oh,
you're there now?
Yeah. The intensity.
Well, playing for your country, too. That's a different level of passion. That's the closest to college sports that you'll get. And even more so because college sports have become so corporate now. And, like, you know, these guys come here for 1 year. We get, like, a player who grew up in Georgia or Alabama or Texas or somewhere. They come here for a year and then they're gone. And they're VFLs. We love them. It's cool. But when you're playing for your country, that's like. Did you watch the Cape Verde, those guys against Argentina Friday?
It gave them everything they wanted and more. I was rooting hard for Cape Verde.
I mean, is that not like the ultimate David and Goliath?
Like Messi. Yeah, because I'm not a big fan of Messi. I don't like the way he looks.
Should Lionel Messi belong on the list of awesome things Bear hates?
I'd gladly put him on there. I don't like him. I don't like his face.
What's wrong with his face?
He
can't help it. Personal appearance is not show fodder. It's his face.
Well, I mean, he's not.
What's wrong with your face?
Not a thing. There's something about him I just don't like. I don't like Argentina. I do like Mbappe and my guy, Erling Haaland from Man City.
You want to talk about a weird face. Messi, you don't like Messi's face, but you like Haaland's face?
Well, Haaland's just kind of strange.
He looks like a troglodyte, dude. I mean, come on. He is.
Reed said he was proof of evolution.
I mean, he's not wrong. I mean, that dude looks like he should be dragging a club on the field.
And he makes some really goofy faces.
Me make go now. I mean, come on. You going to tell me that guy's not at risk of putting his eye out with a fork every morning when he sits down to breakfast?
I don't know. Have you seen his girl?
Oh, I mean, you're
Isabella,
rich, famous athlete. I don't know if you're aware of this, but kind of increases your shooting percentage when it comes to the dating scene. And the higher up you go in that making money, successful athlete trajectory, the better batting average you have.
Yeah. He's a very oddly shaped
I mean,
person.
you could be the dumbest, ugly son of that ever came down the pike and still be pulling tens on a regular if you're batting cleanup for the New York Yankees.
That's true.
Or in this case, playing striker for the Norwegian national team. 865-966-3435. Your phone number to get on board. It is The Drive, Monday afternoon edition of the show. We got Rick Butler and CGP coming up here later this hour. If you want to jump in, take a shot now. 865-966-3435 is your number to get on board. 966-3435. Back with more Fan Run Radio right after this.
The Drive.
Streaming worldwide at fanrunradio.com and on the free Fan Run app. This is Big Orange Country's Sports Talk Radio Super.
edition of the program. Thank you so much for being along for the ride. I'm Russell Smith alongside Bear. Just the two of us today, hanging with you, rolling on a Monday afternoon. Jonesy 404 says, was she your nurse, Bear? I don't know who he's talking about there.
Yeah, I don't either.
Big Dog West Tennessee says Holland scared himself eating in a video
Oh, I
the
saw
other day.
that. That was funny.
What did he do?
There was like a mirror right next to him. He's sitting there eating some noodles. Looks like pho or something. Pho, whatever you call it.
Yeah.
And
Bring back Todd Raleigh says, should our new DC already be talking about another woman? He just got married.
But anyhow, Holland glances over and didn't realize there was a mirror there and saw him and he jerks.
I mean, you know you're an ugly bro when your own reflection scares you.
Which you sent me and LP Lucas Panzica the video of his sister.
Turns out that was AI.
Really?
Yeah.
So that's not what his sister looks like.
No, it's not.
I was getting ready to say. I was going to ask you if they were twins.
Marcus says, Messi on the list. Bear, say it ain't so.
I just have never liked him.
He's one of the greatest athletes.
Oh, I'm sure he
of
is.
This generation.
I'm not denying that. So is LeBron. So is Tom Brady. Can't stand any of the three of them.
Do they need to all go on the? Brady's already on the list.
But, and I
is
still
LeBron on the list?
contend that I don't really hate LeBron. I just don't. I think it's asinine that people try and compare him with, the true.
Yeah,
He's the best of his generation.
Let's
but
go look
he's
for
not the GOAT.
Let's review.
Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. Everything is awesome when we live in our dream.
Key lime pie, dry fit shirts, buffets, Thanksgiving dinner, screen doors, Field of Dreams, zoos, Olive Garden breadsticks, tiramisu, King's Hawaiian rolls, Halloween, Red Panda, Hoosiers, hot tubs, Van Morrison, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, cruises, Great American Cookie Company, Spaceballs, Huey Lewis in the News, Peter Gabriel, The Color Red, Trail Mix, Magic, Jelly Beans, Ben & Jerry's, Disney World, South Park, Brown Sugar by the Rolling Stones, Money for Nothing by Dire Straits, strawberries, pineapple, jumbotrons, watermelon, cinnamon butter, The Office, People Being Nice, beer, Bo-Berry biscuits, warm cookies, pork, Tom Brady, Cheez-Its, biscuits and gravy, receiving gifts / gratitude, farmers, smart people, road trips, Dr. Pepper, Jesse Spano, sweet tea, Proud to be an American by Lee Greenwood, strawberry jam, The Wonder Years, Dunkin' Donuts, the Jell-O Shot Challenge, water rides, Christmas lights, amusement parks, Cinco de Mayo, Hulk Hogan, dog piles, bat flips, drinking from the Stanley Cup, UT's orange on orange uniforms, vests, 2025 Indiana football team, Phil Collins, Five Guys Burgers and Fries, Nate Bargatze, Lionel Messi, and the list of awesome things Bear hates. It's getting too long, man.
Well, there's several on there that, could come off because it's not that I hate them. It's just like King's Hawaiian bread. I used to love that stuff. Couldn't get enough of it. And then you know me. I haven't changed a whole lot since I was a kid in some respects.
Too much of a good thing?
Yeah, like a whole pan of it at my great Uncle Bill's house. I ate the whole pan. They were warm right out of the oven. He liked them heated up a little bit.
And you just ate them?
Ate them off.
Why?
I don't know.
Were they meant for, everybody?
Yeah. I was like 9 years old. They didn't stay down long, my friend.
So you were like Eric Cartman eating the skin off the Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Basically,
Just
yeah.
ruined Thanksgiving for everybody.
It's not the first, and it certainly wasn't the last.
The Thanksgiving that you ruined?
No, something where I did something like that. There was an infamous Christmas party one year where somebody said something kind of ugly to me, and I may or may not have taken a whole pan of dead-end banana pudding that had been brought to the party. I just pulled the Irish goodbye, put the pan of banana pudding under my arm, and out the door I went.
Yeah, that's not allowed. That's just
Took it home and ate it.
It's theft. It's not cool. It's not nice.
It was absolutely hilarious. It didn't take them long to figure it out. I got a call about an hour. They're like, hey, not accusing. Some people are. That's what the voice on the phone said.
Matt in Chattanooga says not liking warm cookies makes Bear more of a communist than anything else.
I don't know. It's just ugh.
Coastal Vol says receiving gifts/gratitude is goated. GBO Kyle Beach 865 says it's crazy to me how many idiots are online talking about rooting for Belgium now that the U.S. is tainted. Listen, man, if you think
Why are we tainted?
if you think that FIFA making up the rules to this tournament as they go along is something that is new and unique to this, then I've got beachfront property in Chattanooga to sell you because you are gullible and it's written on the ceiling.
I'll tell you, I can't remember the name of it. You and Lucas turned me on to. There was some documentary a few years ago that you guys talked me into watching about FIFA and just the absolute corruption.
Yeah, that John Oliver guy did a good show on it years ago, but it's out there. Look, man, I still we're still a long shot to win, even with Balogun. But if you hate, look, full disclosure on the show, I'm not the biggest fan of our president, but if you think that you hate him so much and you're so political minded that it's just like anything that he does, you're reflexively against and vice versa, then you need to go touch grass.
Yeah.
A little fresh air would probably be good about this time. If you're so twisted to the point where you're rooting against our country to the point that that politics means that much to you, then you, as our friends across the pond have lost the plot.
You're positively mental. The only thing I would have said was, I don't know if I'd be bragging about the fact that I, speed dialed the head of FIFA and leaned on him a little bit.
Oh, I'd brag about it.
You probably
Why not?
would.
Yeah, you got something done, man. Go ahead and brag. Brag all you want. Brag till your heart's content.
Hey, speaking of bragging, how'd your weekend go in the sport of baseball? It go
Fine.
better?
We won 2 of 3 against the Mutts. Playing them again tonight. Feels good. Finally get a dub. Couple of dubs.
I was surprised not to see you pop up in a group text. Like you usually do. Strutting. It's our Met buddies.
Sorry, what? I think you turned your mic off. Is the red light on over there?
It's on. It's on.
Huh? I can't hear anything you're saying. The chop's playing.
Mm-hmm.
Are you talking right now? Let's do hand signals.
You got that one?
I don't know why you have to be so rude. I don't know why you got to be rude. Finagle this.
And actually,
there you are. There you are. Okay, good. I hear you now. Just fine.
I was actually sort of happy for you.
I got you.
When I saw the Mets blowing that game, was it Friday night where the outfielders almost ran into each other? The ball dropped.
Was it yesterday?
Was it yesterday?
I think, or no, the day before. Yeah,
Saturday. It's all running together from this weekend. I was like happy because it's like, well, Russ will get to play a stupid song.
865-966-3435, your phone number if you want to get on the show this afternoon. 966-3435. We got our old pal Rick Butler of Rocky Top Insider scheduled to join us next hour. We'll get his thoughts on the big Adidas reveal from the University of Tennessee social media team today. Seems to be met with near universal acclaim by Tennessee fans. Not a ton of huge changes so far that we've seen, but that appears to be going well. And then in hour number 3, our old pal Christopher Gabriel, KMJ Fresno, stops by to discuss tonight's game, the U.S. national team, as well as his take on the Adidas stuff as well. So a lot to get to coming up here in hours 2 and 3 of the show. And we got to get into this Kerr Kriisa thing. Have you been keeping up with this?
Yeah, he's in a lot of trouble.
That dude is.
He could be going 11.
What is the? Is it sociopathic when you're just like taking it? What's the difference? I never remember the difference between psychopath and sociopath.
Sociopath, they think that, I mean, they don't have any, I can't really remember.
He's whatever this dude, he's got some of that going on where it's like he just doesn't care.
Yeah, no, he has no empathy.
He will ruin your life if to make 10 cents.
Yeah.
And it just, I cut you off in traffic. You flip me off. I feel kind of bad. I know what I did was wrong. He's just the guy that's like, well, let's pull over and fight. Then I'm going to kill you now.
Well, I mean, that's closer to psychopathy. He's got some major league issues.
And speaking of major league, we have another manager yanking a guy in the midst of a perfect game.
Got booed.
Talk about this. My favorite thing, huh? Stay tuned. It's The Drive, Fan Run Radio. Hour number 2 coming up.
The Drive.
Fan Run Radio, where Big Orange Country comes to talk sports. Start your morning off with your daily dose of talk sports with John Reed and Cody McClure from 8 to 11. Then
needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Citizens National Bank.
Life is more fun with a Good Life account, offering extra benefits, including bank travel. Experience the trip of a lifetime to Ireland. Explore rolling green hills, historic castles, and charming villages across the Emerald Isle. Get in on the fun. Call 865-429-7935 today.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Are you thinking of buying a home but don't know where to start? Well, call VFL Josh Travis, your local mortgage expert with Foundation Mortgage, based right here in Knoxville. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, he'll keep the process simple every step of the way. To get started, visit mortgagebrokerjosh.com or call 423-312-9777 today. Foundation Mortgage Company, LLC is an equal opportunity housing company. NMLS number 1387311.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
you're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Hey, Pack Rat. Yeah, you. Are you moving cross country and you just don't know who to call? Call us right now. Listen, you've probably seen one of our containers in your neighborhood, but did you know that we can help you move anywhere in the United States? It's real simple. We'll drop a container off at the location you tell us to bring it to. You pack up your valuable possessions at your leisure. They stay safe right in your home. And when you're ready, call us. We'll come and pick up the container and give you a scheduled date of when your furniture and the other possessions will be at your new home. So if you're moving across country or across town, be a Pack Rat. Join the Pack Rat family. Call Pack Rat right now for your free quote. See y'all later, Pack Rats.
Call 800-965-1298. 800-965-1298. 800-965-1298. That's 800-965-1298.
It's time for the Drive's Top 4 at 4.
Top 4 at 4 brought to you this afternoon by our friends at Knoxville Smiles. I'm Russell Smith alongside Bear. Number 1, Adidas Day. In Big Orange Country, the University of Tennessee unveiling its primary orange uniforms, which I guess are home for football, but road for basketball. Go
that
figure.
is kind of weird how they do that, right? Why do they do it that way?
It's a good question. I don't know.
Why are whites home for basketball
and baseball?
Is it that way in all the conferences?
What do you mean?
Like in the Big Ten, do they wear white at home there?
Yeah. I mean, it's sports, right? Unless you're like the Lakers and you wear yellow at home. Ooh, look at us. We're special.
I feel like
we wear a
there's
different
been,
color at home.
Like Michigan games where they wear their maize.
Yeah. If you're yellow, you get to wear yellow at home. You're yellow. I always thought we should wear orange at home more.
I don't know, man.
We did it one year.
So clean.
We did it one year against Kentucky. Our whites are clean, man. They look good. Edge looking through these. Baseball one is pretty good.
I mean, to be honest with you, I really can't tell the difference other than the little logo. And the only thing I will say is now I'm kind of obsessed with it thanks to you. I would really prefer the classic Adidas logo on the uniforms. The trefoil.
Oh, yeah.
It would. I just think it
Didn't
would
Dr. Danny say we were getting that?
He said on some stuff. I don't think he specified the uniform.
Maybe it'll be on the dark mode.
I don't know. If you got me in a room with Dr. Danny and the people from Adidas, I think I could sell them on it in like 30 seconds myself.
Well, the kids seem to think Adidas is pretty cool. I mean, it was on
their money spends. I know the athletes like them.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of on the outs. Like when we switched back to Nike, it was the swoosh is what the kids like. It's a recruiting disadvantage to be an Adidas school. And now, I don't know, maybe this is just what I hear locally. And what do I know? I'm a middle-aged white father of 2. But it seems like the kids are
I think
more open to it.
Soccer's has something to do with it. I think Adidas has done a much better job of marketing to the younger crowd the past 10 years or so.
Yeah, they figured it out.
Yeah.
Number 2, Chris Ramirez finally makes it official. The talented shortstop from Cal Baptist officially transferring to Tennessee. Baseball says, see you at Rocky Top in his post on X earlier today. Standout sophomore this past season was the WAC Player of the Year and the WAC Defensive Player of the Year. Hit .389 this past season with a school record 98 hits, 7 homers, 22 doubles, 42 RBIs, 21 stolen bases. Telling you, Barrett, this is going to be the best shortstop we've had in this Vitello Elander era.
You think so?
He's going to be the best we've had. Yeah, he's going to be an on-base machine, and he's going to be an absolute Hoover vacuum at shortstop. Nothing going to get by this kid.
Okay. Hope you're not jinxing him.
Who do you think is at Maui probably the second best, or to date the best shortstop we've had?
I don't know. With my Swiss cheese brain, I can't remember some of the guys that came before.
But yet, Liam Spence is the guy on the first team. that went to Omaha. And then Cortland Lawson, I guess, was on that 2022 team that did not go. And then you had Ahuna in 2023 and Curley in 2024.
I feel like Lawson, we didn't appreciate Lawson as much as we probably should have. Oh, Cortland.
I feel like he was pretty well appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
This kid's going to be...
Has a chance to be special.
Yeah, I think this kid's going to be pretty awesome. Number 3, the World Cup continues. They are scoreless at the half in Jerry World. Portugal and Spain. Neither side yet to tally. Of course, coming up tonight, the United States takes on Belgium in Seattle.
They're a little salty.
Very salty. FIFA has ruled a request from the Belgium Soccer Federation for an explanation of Flo Balogun's suspension. The suspended red card as, quote, inadmissible, meaning it has no grounds to appeal the decision. And the U.S. forward remains cleared to play tonight against Belgium. The Royal Belgian Football Association.
Royal Belgian. How pretentious does that sound?
They've lodged a formal complaint. Well, they're a monarchy. They still got a king over there, you know? They've got one of those.
All I know is they ought to be thankful. A bunch of American teenagers saved their damn country.
It's a good point, Bear.
You know?
They were kind of a stomping ground for Hitler and his boys.
Yeah, they set up camp right outside in the forest, in the Ardennes forest outside of Foy in Belgium. Our boys spent Christmas Eve 20 below zero while the trees were exploding over them because the Germans kept lobbing 88 millimeter shells into the tree line, Russ.
Now, if the shoe were on the other foot and this was Belgium's star striker who had been sent off for a red card, questionable though it might have been.
We'd have said it was a damn outrage that they had allowed that kid to play.
And their king or whoever had called up the FIFA guy and greased the wheels a little bit. Hey, can you do me a solid here? I'm dying. I'm losing my ass over here. Come on, man. Help me out. I'm drowning. Come on, man.
We would have been apoplectic.
Oh, we would. It's an outrage. It's a travesty of justice. Pull your team off the field. We won't be a party to this.
Yeah. Everybody's a hypocrite.
Yeah, it's sports, man. What are you going to do?
I don't know. Enjoy it.
Finally, number 4, former Kentucky basketball player Kerr Kriisa has been arrested and indicted on a $2.2 million fraud scheme, according to the Department of Justice. 6'3" guard from Estonia who played at Kentucky, Arizona, West Virginia, and Cincinnati over 6 seasons. That should have been your first clue right there. A guy played at 4 schools in 6 years. That's your first clue that this dude's a bit of a scam artist. Allegedly carried out a scheme to obtain nearly $2.2 million from multiple victims using false representations, fabricated identities, and deceptive communications, according to a news release on his arrest.
Okay, because the initial reports, they were getting him for point shaving as well.
No, I don't think it had.
Backed off of that?
I don't think it had anything to do with that. According to this guy's just a psycho. According to the Department of Justice, Kriisa allegedly ran a 4-year scheme that involved convincing one victim to send him money by saying his mother had cancer and needed treatment.
Oh, God.
By posing as his own mother in another scheme, he allegedly told one victim he needed money to, quote, save his family's farm.
Jesus.
He also allegedly acted as a woman named Irene to sign a fraudulent promise to repay one of the victims $100,000 by a February deadline.
These people incredibly... I never understand people that will send money like this.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. I mean, what's worse, the guy who perpetrates the fraud or the poor bag of Samsonite who sends the money?
The fraud perpetrator.
I guess so.
I mean, he's going to probably do hard time. They don't charge you unless they... I've always heard that about the feds. Like, when they arrest you and charge you, They're like almost 90-something% certain they're going to convict you.
Yeah, he might should have pieced out back to Estonia.
Yeah.
He's 6'3", 200. He'll do all right in prison.
Yeah, I mean, he'll gang up.
Click up with the rat
Click up,
folks
yeah.
and put in work for his people.
The Estonians.
I don't know how big the Estonian prison population is here in America. I think he's going to have to line up with the Woods or the Aryan Nation.
It'll be with one of the Eastern. I don't know what it's like in federal prison.
You don't?
No.
That is the top 4 at 4, brought to you by Knoxville Smiles. It's where I go to the dentist. It's where you should go to the dentist. Why? Because they'll take great care of you and your oral health. Give them a call today at 865-539-1776 to schedule your appointment, or just go online to knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles. Rick Butler, Rocky Top Insider, coming up momentarily. Let's get a call from Roberto. Good afternoon, Roberto. You're on the drive, Fan Run Radio.
Good afternoon, guys. Hey, really excited about tonight. I'm going to thumb my nose at the Belgians and just say, you know what? We're gonna be the recipient of FIFA's corruption. Fine. That's fine. I embrace it. We've never gotten any kind of positive judgment from any international organization in sports. So screw y'all. Too bad. We get to play our best player and you don't. So what?
Yeah. I mean,
how's that?
It's fine. I'll be interested. I mean, what are they going to do? If they win,
I mean,
they're not going to say anything.
There's
If
some
they lose,
corruption around that
you file a
referee,
formal
too.
complaint. You're going to register a complaint. You speak to the manager.
Imagine being the country in Europe that plays soccer and is top 10 in the world and is afraid of the United States so much that you file a protest before the game. Imagine that's your legacy, golden generation.
What are they?
Imagine
They're a
that's
bunch
your
of
legacy.
Karens. They're a bunch of soccer Karens. I want to talk to the manager.
Soccer Karens.
Although I guess that's kind of what
Russ,
we did.
I want to own something from your post game the other day.
Yeah.
I said that our boy Pulisic had been bad that game.
Ooh,
and
yeah.
I stand by that he was not elite. But I stand corrected. I went back and I rewatched because I was called to the carpet on it. I actually thought he moved well without the ball, and he created a lot of opportunities by just pulling the defense towards him. He's going to have to do that again tonight, and I'm okay with that. But I want to own that I was not right.
All
But I'm
right.
absolutely right that we wanted Belgium over Senegal. It's not even a question. They're not athletic enough to keep up with us. US 2-1. See you.
All right. Roberto calling his shot, says 2-1. America wins. I'll take it.
Yep.
Who's more of a Karen? Us for calling the manager after the red card, or the Belgians for calling the manager for us calling the manager? Are we all just a bunch of Karens and it's soccer?
Yeah. It's pretty close.
Oh, man. So Kerr Kriisa. Does Kentucky have to wear this one? He played at Cincinnati last year. Did not play much at Kentucky. He was hurt.
He's a wildcat. How many times we played him when he was at
I
Arizona
did,
as well, didn't we?
I didn't like him from the beginning. I didn't like him before it was cool not to like him.
I never liked him just because of his name.
I knew I was in the building, one of the best games of the Rick Barnes era, when Arizona came in here and we beat them. Just kept throwing it to Fulke down low on the block.
Mm-hmm.
But I could tell there was something wrong with that kid. Just the way he carried himself. Yeah, I don't trust him.
He was, impersonating women, and
he's going to go to prison for how long? You go to prison for the $2.2 million in fraud here? 5-10 years, something like that.
No, I'd say anywhere between 24 and
really
48 months.
Oh,
like
so like 2 years,
2 to 4. Depends
on what.
I'd say if he can pay, they're going to want that money back for one.
You can't just give the money back. I mean, like you already you did the crime.
You got to pay restitution.
With what?
I don't know, but that's part of it. I've watched a lot of podcasts. These guys that have been.
I think you listen to podcasts.
You watch them now. I don't. Maybe podcasts. Whatever it is we're doing right now, and yeah,
What are we
Coastal
doing
Vol.
right now?
I did forget to turn the cameras back on.
Oh,
but they're on now. I really don't know how that works, but I don't know. It kind of falls in that 3 to 5, I bet.
how much of your legal expertise are you using right now?
Very low. I'm off my game today, man. I've been sleeping good.
Well, it happens, man. Hey, hope you feel better. I'm just glad you're here, unlike Walker and Bob.
Unlike our associates, my dedication to this show has never been questioned.
Bud is in Savannah. Good afternoon, Bud.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. How y'all today?
Doing well. How are you, sir?
Oh, I treat me well. I want to call up to let you know that Tennessee legend and two-time All-American Bobby Majors will be 76 tomorrow, and he's calling y'all show at 5:30 your time.
Do what?
Tomorrow evening. Yes.
Bobby Majors.
Yeah, he's a good friend of mine. I hooked him up, y'all. I told him about that, and he's somebody. He's a joy to listen to and talk to.
Well, we will gladly take Bobby Majors' call. Now, this is Johnny's younger brother, correct?
Yes, sir. Lives at Oglethorpe, right there in Oglethorpe outside Chattanooga. He's one of the two-time All-American Tennessee, played for Cleveland Browns and for the Dallas Cowboys. But he earned his money playing at Tennessee. I'm telling you what, we still need to be sending him NIL money. Because he done everything he was to do. He kicked off, he punted, played defensive back, wing back, everything he was to do. And Chuck at Woodson, when he won at Michigan, he couldn't hold his jock strap compared to what Bobby Majors did at Tennessee. And had 10 interceptions in 1 year. But I want to throw in, too, I want y'all to finish the story on that fraud dude from Kentucky. Y'all didn't even tell what else why you don't even tell all the Kentucky stuff about him. His great-grandmother was the reason that she had an affair with Bear Bryant's reason he had to leave Kentucky and go to Alabama. So y'all need to give the whole story.
What?
Yeah.
What did you just say?
I heard that on the internet, so it's got to be true. That boy that they played basketball at Kentucky and Cincinnati and all them other places. Yeah, his great-grandmama was hooked up with Bear Bryant back in 51, and that's the reason Bear Bryant had to leave Kentucky.
But, Bud, you can't say that.
It's too late to done hell. I mean,
you can't say you're just making stuff up. Get kids' families from Estonia. You can't come on here and say that his great-grandmother had an affair with Bear Bryant. Bear Bryant was a happily married man.
He's rumored to be from Estonia. Now, that ain't been proved. After you ain't seen the birth certificate, talk to the doctor. He may not. He may be.
What is happening right now?
He could be from Georgia.
Sorry, Bud from Savannah. You can't come on here and say that Kirk Reese's great-grandmother had an affair with Bear Bryant.
Bye-bye.
Did she?
In the 1950s, and that's why he left Kentucky.
Hey, Russ.
Yeah?
We've got somebody that's just called in that has some experience with white-collar crime that can answer our questions.
Is Bobby Majors really calling in the show tomorrow?
I'm not. I guess we'll find out at 5:30 tomorrow.
All right, who's this?
This is John.
John, you're on the drive. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to tell you guys, I 20 years ago did some time in a federal pen for white-collar crime, only in the neighborhood of 1.1 million, 41 months. But so you're going to be in the neighborhood of about 5 years, guidelines around 4 to 5 years. But it's first-time offender, anything under 10 years, you're going to go to a camp, most likely. So he'll be in like a, white-collar.
Oh.
You've probably heard of it. It's like Club Fed.
Yeah, Club Fed.
And at those places, if they catch any hint of gang activity, they're going to shackle you up and take you to what's known as a low-security prison where you're behind a fence. Then you do gang up, and you'll be in a lot more danger.
So he's not going to be sharing an 8x8 foot cage with Chocolate Thunder.
No, he's going to be in a dormitory type place that looks very much like a college campus.
Ah, good for him. I'm sure he'll learn his lesson then.
You could walk away if you wanted to, pretty much. If you wanted to escape, you could, but they're going to catch you.
Yeah.
When they do, you're going to go behind a fence, and you're going to get about 5-4 years added to you. But yeah, first time offense that low, and I say that low, but I mean they have guidelines, and the guidelines are based on the amount that the victims lose. So, and then he'll pay the restitution most likely on it for the rest of his life.
So what did you do?
White collar crime, yeah, embezzlement.
Stole a bunch of money?
Yep. And, some 20s found in and around my desk.
You learned your lesson?
Oh, I learned it, yeah. You'll learn it. You get taken away from your family for a few years, yeah.
Okay, good. We just, as long as you know what you did, John.
Well, you learn, and, I'll say where I went was not all that, it was not all that bad.
Yeah.
You're not in any danger at all. There's no,
can you order food? Can you like order a pizza?
No. You're going to eat that slop they serve. That you can go to the commissary, but you got to have people sending you money to pay for the commissary. I mean, even the commissary is not like it's great. It's not cuisine or anything. It's not good food.
Get TV?
Yeah, the way they do television is each floor in the dorm will have 2 televisions. And I was in a prison down in Alabama, and so Southeastern Conference. And while I was there, unfortunately, both Alabama and Auburn won national championships. And the guards, of course, are all from down there. So that's what was most miserable part for me, was being a Tennessee fan. But they've got 2 televisions. And so, for example, on the second floor, one TV on one side is sports, no matter what, all the time, 24 hours a day.
Okay.
The other side, it's drama television, no matter what, 24 hours
like
a
soap
day.
operas?
Yeah, but it just has to be like that kind of thing. You can't put sports on the TV. Third floor, it's going to be one of the TVs is a free-for-all, so whoever comes and gets it first gets it. There's 3 TVs, and the middle one is going to be purely Hispanic programming. And then the farther one's going to be purely black programming, like BET is going to stay on that all day long. So it's,
Really?
TVs are designated.
That's fascinating.
And the TV for sports on Saturdays in the fall, the default game is whatever the marquee SEC game is. So you're going to SEC games take precedent the whole time.
Okay, I got you. Can you have a phone? You like an iPhone in there?
No. You get caught with a phone, you might as well get caught with a gun, and you're gone.
That's tough.
You pay 33 cents a minute to make a phone call anywhere.
It's tough. Yeah, I think I'm going to stay on the right side of the law. Although I'd rather go where you went than the other place. That sounds bad too.
I got a friend that was down there in South Alabama at that place.
Was it this guy?
No.
John, thanks. You've been most informative. I appreciate you dropping knowledge on us. Stay out of trouble now.
Anytime. Y'all take it easy. Go Bulls.
Thank you.
Love our callers.
This is not the first call we've had multiple calls from we never had a call from prison. That would be, I would love somebody to like call the show from prison. Well, just VR. Like people have phones in prison. People have lots of phones, especially like in the bad prison. People have lots of phones. I would love to take a phone call from prison. We've taken calls from our friend, who's our guy who uses Spaces, has a great name.
Cousin Eddie?
Cousin Eddie.
Yeah.
He's been to prison.
Yeah, he's been to prison. John's been to prison.
I feel like there was one other guy that we had that went to prison.
A lot of our listeners have not always walked on the straight and narrow when it comes to the law.
Well, I'm watching. First of all, Spain has some beautiful uniforms in this game. They've got the old school Adidas trefoil logo.
I'm telling you, man.
We need to get that for all. I mean, that's a cool
to me,
logo.
It's like the Jumpman brand.
All right, we got to take a quick break. Rick Butler, Rocky Top Insider. When we continue next, it's The Drive. Stay with us. More Fan Run Radio coming up.
The Drive.
Catch up with all things Fan Run by subscribing to our podcast feed.
It
was a connector.
Yeah, it was the plug-in of my headphones. Like the most important part.
Did you get it cleaned?
Did you get it cleaned? Like what? I mean, we tried to dry it off the best we can. Like you can't really clean that.
Yeah, you can. You get that. I've got it. A can somewhere at my house. It's at
can.
It's a can of
we're
it's electronics grade alcohol that like you can use to clean connectors.
We're taking apart the remote equipment after the show Friday at the Casual Pint North Shore. Bear pulls out the plug where my microphone headset plugs into the soundboard and just drops it in.
I did not just drop it, Russ.
Did you put it in on purpose?
No.
Okay, so you dropped it into the
I didn't have a
glass.
hold of. I was pulling mine and it flipped up in the air and landed in that glass.
So you mishandled it and
no, I was
Oh, you meant to do it?
No, I did not.
You did something, and the end result is
Your
very
connector-
expensive.
Your connector got a little wet.
A little wet. You dropped it in a glass of lemon alcohol.
Yeah. But I told you, I've got a can of the stuff at the house that you clean like electronics with.
3 days ago. Like it's dry now.
Well, yeah, but it's probably sticky.
Rick Butler, Rocky Top Insider, our guest this afternoon.
It wasn't my fault, Rick.
Rick, I'm sorry we're late calling you. We had a guy call in telling us about what it's like in white-collar prison. We had to take that call.
Sounds right up the drive's alley for a little summertime content. But, I mean, hearing you guys squander and bicker between each other a second ago, it just – I can't help but think that I've been gone from the radio station for 5 years, and it just sounds like the same old, same old. Do you guys need me to come back as a quality and control analyst? Do I need to get the wheels back on this thing? It's been a while. I would have.
Yeah, because you were so good
at
at keeping order on the show when you were with us, Rick.
I had that ship running well. I'll tell you that. Don't make any mistake about it.
Proud graduate of the Fan Run Academy of Broadcasting, Sir Rick Butler of Rocky Top Insider. Now, I'm glad Bob gave you time to call into the show this afternoon and join us. Rick, what are you working on over there with RTI?
I'm working on what everybody's talking about online right now. It's this uniform reveal, and it really feels like a continued multi-day celebration of sorts. You go back a couple of days ago and 4th of July festivities all across the country, and then you get the news that I guess the Americans got their best soccer player back, and he's going to be in the game tonight. And then you finish it off with Tennessee football not messing up their uniforms with Adidas, and I think that right there is a cause for celebration for many here in Ball Nation. I love what they did with the uniforms. I guess we'll get into that soon. But when you're talking about the beginning of July, there's not much going on. So we're all hands on deck, just trying to squeeze all the juice out of the orange, if you will, of this uniform reveal.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's funny. If you had told me in like the mid 90s, of course, we don't even have the internet back then, but it's like fans are going to, like the biggest conversation piece off season is going to be uniforms. Like people have been like, what? Like, what are you even talking about? But it's the people are just so into the sports aesthetic angle these days, Rick, that like people love to talk about the uniforms. They love it when their teams have good uniforms. They hate it when their teams have bad uniforms. And Tennessee has not had bad uniforms. I don't think anybody was just like adamantly opposed to anything Nike was doing. They might have had their minor squabbles here and there, but there were people who felt like Adidas did not get it right the first time around. Back in particularly the Derek Dooley era, there were some bad ones, some not getting the orange right, or maybe they didn't like the basketball uniforms or baseball or whatever it was. So people were kind of, and I was one of them, kind of like, I'll be interested to see how this goes. But it feels like if the online engagement is any indication that Adidas got it right this time and that Tennessee fans are by and large happy with what they've seen so far.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think that this is a home run for Tennessee athletics and what they did. And you're right. It is funny that, in today's day and age, there's so many people who care about the aesthetics, but when you're watching these games on these 4K TVs and there's pictures and there's graphics, you want your team to look good. And I agree with you. I think for the, by and large, Nike, they didn't really have anything too messed up. I mean, eventually you could talk about some of those later iterations of the smoky gray. And look, it's probably a hard task to create 4, brand new, very distinct smoky gray uniforms in the span of 4 years. But ultimately, when you're talking about the orange and white uniforms, when you're talking about the dark mode uniforms, I thought they did pretty well. And so you take that, and to me, it felt like Tennessee sort of had this mantra going into this of, hey, let's not fix let's not fix whatever's not broken. Tennessee did not have broken uniforms by any stretch. And so what I thought Adidas did was you took all these uniforms, you might have spruced them up just a tad to kind of Adidas's way. You have some new fonts on the football uniforms, or the Lady Vols basketball uniforms look like they might be incorporating a little bit more Summit Blue. We'll figure that out as these days roll on and they get to the rest of these releases. But I really like the added touches that they made to some of these jerseys. To me, when I look at each one of these 7 new uniforms that came out today, either one is, or any of them are either, hey, I feel the same about them as I did before, which is that I like them a lot, or I feel like they upgraded them, kind of in the case of, again, those Lady Vols basketball jerseys. So it's no doubt that people are going to, overanalyze this, especially when there's not much going on. You're going to see people zooming in and taking screenshots and posting them online and talking about, well, what was this going on with the lighting, or is this going to look right on the field? But ultimately, I think that everything comes out great. When you talk about Adidas and some of the trepidation when it was first announced last August, I think Adidas more than Nike, especially as we saw maybe 5-10 years ago, Adidas was just doing a little bit more experimentation with their jerseys. And some of them were good, but I think a lot more of them, in hindsight, they didn't really age that well. You look at some of the sleeved basketball jerseys that they had, or really what they did with Tennessee's football jerseys. It's kind of the local connection. And I don't even know how to explain it, but kind of the winged design on the shoulder pads. I just think that people were a little bit trepidatious about some of Adidas' more experimental designs. But as we knew back in August, and as we certainly figured out with this release today, Tennessee Athletics had a ton of creative control, if not maybe all the creative control. I don't exactly know how that worked out, but this is Tennessee through and through. I think all of the uniforms look great, and this actually got me pretty excited. Not that I wasn't already, but pretty excited to see what these next couple of days of revealing have in store as well.
Well, they did. Adidas, back when we were with them the first time, they would do like these templates, I guess you would call them, right? Where they would do the same uniform design. You mentioned like the winged thing on the shoulder pads. Like they did that for Kansas and Louisville, and they did it in basketball too, where they would send like, hey, this is what we're doing this year. And, we're doing them for all our schools. And like, as Tennessee fans, we're like, we don't want to wear what Louisville and Arizona State are wearing, right?
Yeah.
We want to look like Tennessee. We want to have our own thing. And so, I hear you. The Tennessee has in-house design control, and they've obviously got good people doing that now. I just hope that continues for the length of the contract, which is a 10-year agreement, and we'll see what happens going on from there. Rick Butler, Rocky Top Insider, with us here this afternoon on Fan Run Radio. Rick, do you think Travis and Taylor are really in love? Or do you think it is a publicity stunt marriage?
No, I don't think it's a publicity stunt after all these years. I think, though, the wedding itself was a bit of a publicity stunt. You heard a lot, that they wanted this secretive private wedding. It certainly was not that, having to close down bits and pieces of New York City to get that thing done in Madison Square Garden. But yeah, I mean, I guess it seems like it's all right. I think that they have what they maybe have going for them is you hear about some of these relationships with athletes, professional athletes who are a little bit older, who certainly get down to the end of the time. You hear some of these wives say, you don't really know what their husband is like until they retire from playing sports, because then they're around all the time. You talk about, a golfer being gone, 2 to 5 days of the week when it's PGA season. You look at it, Major League Baseball players, they're on 10-day road trips, every couple of weeks or stuff like that. I guess they won't really have this problem, because even when Travis Kelce retires, which you got to think it's maybe in the next couple of years or so, and Taylor Swift is going to keep this thing going for, it seems like, a while. So I don't really know if they're going to have maybe that problem that could potentially plague these athlete couples or have you, whatever you have you. But I mean, from a million miles away, I guess it seems pretty real. I don't know. I'm not close enough on the Taylor Swift beat. My wife is, and she thinks it's probably pretty real.
You married to a Swiftie?
No, not over the top by any means, but I think that's her favorite artist.
Okay.
I mean, I've had to fork over the aux on a couple of road trips and gotten stuck with a couple of albums before, but nothing over the top and too crazy, which is nice.
Bear, do you have a favorite celebrity sham marriage through the years?
No.
You don't?
No.
You remember when Michael Jackson?
Yeah, I was going to say Michael Jackson,
Lisa Marie.
Lisa Marie.
I mean, there's no way they were in love, sleeping together, all that stuff, right? No way.
I mean, you never know.
You weren't a believer when Matt Hardy and Lita, when Edge came in and crashed it in 2006?
Well, I mean, that turned out to be, that turned out to be a real life kind of drama thing.
Are you serious? Like, I don't.
Yeah. Like,
yeah, it did.
Yeah.
That's right.
The wrestler Edge actually had an affair with Matt Hardy's girl, Lita.
I'll take your word for it. What about when Kenny Chesney married Renee Zellweger for like 2 weeks?
That was arranged.
I mean, when you're famous
that
enough.
One was more suspicious than Michael Jackson and Lisa Marie.
When you're famous enough to where, like, you can have one of those. Like Bruce Willis and Demi Moore, they were really married, right?
Yeah, they had kids.
They were in love.
Yeah.
They were married for a long time. The people said, somebody said that Liam Neeson and Pam Anderson, I don't think they got married, though.
No. I think they had a little fling.
You think so, or you think that was just
they were in the
Naked Gun?
They were both in the Naked Gun reboot.
Yeah, I think they had a little bit of a fling. Recently. Can you blame him? It is Pamela Anderson.
What about Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes? You think that was real?
I don't know. That now you're getting into like Scientology stuff. And that's a whole weird kind of angle to it.
That one, if you told me that was arranged for just publicity for Tom Cruise, I would, yeah, it wouldn't be a surprise to me. I'd be like, sure. I can't wait until Travis and Taylor get divorced. That's gonna be a great story. They're gonna be so mad. She's gonna write like songs about him. He's gonna be all bitter.
Either that or they're gonna stay married forever.
They're not staying married. What do you think, Rick? Over 5.5 years, Taylor and Travis. Because like you said, when he retires, they're not just going to hang out. He's a meathead. She's going to get sick of him.
Yeah, but I think that she's weird like that too. Like I think that she seems a bit quirky and odd. And you got to think, I mean, she's still going to be touring all over the globe and in these studio sessions. And I don't know if she's going to be around enough to get annoyed with him too much. So I'll take the over on it.
All right, Rick just doesn't want to irritate his wife, which I can respect. Who had the best postseason roster makeover, Rick Barnes or Josh Elander?
Boy, I think they've both been nice. I think obviously it's been in different ways. I think Josh Elander, you give him props for some of the retention aspect and being able to keep what he believes is his core unit. But I just can't stop shouting from the rooftops how much I love what Tennessee basketball did with their revamping of the roster and kind of going against the grain and doing what Rick Barnes hasn't often done in the past and just saying, you know what? I mean, he said it before a lot of these major moves came in. We are choosing production in the portal over retention. And I don't think that's an easy thing to do for a guy who values relationships and that sort of thing like Rick Barnes. But I think he also knows what it takes to continue to be successful, and he wants to get through that barrier of getting to a Final Four. I love what Tennessee was able to do, and yes, it is definitely a bit of an identity change. We've only gotten to see one practice so far. I saw your cohort, William Patterson, over there last week or whenever it was, but you can tell. I mean, it's definitely an offensive-heavy team, and they're going to be putting the defensive pieces to the puzzle together. I don't sit here and lament the fact that this is not a defensive forward team. I think when you have Rick Barnes, even with Justin Gainey out the door over at NC State, I think that Rick Barnes is going to instill his defensive mindset. Sure, is it not going to be top 5 in the nation like we've seen for the past however many years in a row? I don't think so, but I definitely think that this is going to be a plenty capable team to supplement the new pieces on offense that they have. I love being able to go out there and getting guards like like Day-Day Ames and Terrence Hill Jr. You put those with some big wing guys like Juke Harris and Jalen Harrelson. I do think that Tennessee's got a lot of ways to get you. And ultimately, you've looked at some of these Tennessee teams in the past, and yes, you've had sharpshooters like a Dalton Connect, a Chaz Lanier, Jacoby Gillespie, Nate Ament in a way, really great players. But I think for opposing scouting reports, Mark Griffin was talking about this on a podcast the other week and saying that, if you're an opposing team scouting those past Tennessee teams, you want to do everything you can to limit that one shooter, and you're not going to be able to fully limit him, but you're going to be able to put a lot of resources and stock into kind of their top one or two shooters. Well, that just seems like a nightmare to do with this new Tennessee team, depending on how everything shakes out. What do you say? You maybe, if you're an opposing team, you maybe say, okay, well, we want to take away the guards. Okay, well, then I would imagine that letting Juke Harris and Jalen Harrelson have their way in the inside and on the wings, I'd imagine that that's not a pretty good recipe for success. And then you're going to have the kick out three with it as well over to those good guards. If you want to take away Harrelson and Harris, well, now you're giving less resources to guys at the top of the key, like a Tyler Lundblade who can shoot the lights out, Day-Day Ames, Terrence Hill Jr., who we just said. So I think that Tennessee really has a ton of versatile offensive weapons to what they have going. And I commend Tennessee for kind of taking that risk, seeing basically the whole roster leave through the transfer portal, but saying, we have an idea of what we want to do. We have players that we know we want to go get. We have an archetype of a basketball player that we believe can make this team successful in the long run. And they went out there and did it better than anybody else in the country. You can look at some of these reports. I believe it was Jeff Borzello of ESPN who tagged Tennessee with the top transfer portal class in the country just a couple of weeks ago. So kind of doing it in different ways. Josh Ealander, to me, a little bit more about retention. Rick Barnes and Tennessee basketball, a little bit more of added production. But I think both have had really nice offseason so far.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think I give a slight nod to what Rick Barnes got done, and maybe that's based on a lot of his reputation. But I also think Ealander needs one more big arm, and that I love what he's done with his roster. And you could make the argument they need another bat, but I think they need another arm, even worse. All right, Rick, running out of time here, but we can't let you go without doing something. It's been a minute since we've done this with you. It is one of our favorite summer games to play. We call this one, Will It Suck?
It's time for
Will It Suck?
It's time for
Will It Suck?
It's time for
Will It Suck? The Baywatch reboot of the original lifeguard drama, which ran for 11 seasons, starting all the way back in 1989. And let me tell you, Rick, somebody who's a little younger, when you're a young man coming of age in the early 90s and you see Pamela Anderson bouncing down that beach,
the running Russ,
the bouncing bear, changes a young man's life, makes you feel things, makes you notice things that were previously unnoticed. But yeah, they're bringing it back. 12-episode series slated to premiere in January on Fox. What do you think, Rick? Will it suck?
Did you have a poster taped to your ceiling right above your bed, staring off at it every night before you close your eyes to go to sleep?
I did not. I feel like my parents
You probably did.
I feel like my parents would have frowned upon that, objectification of women and whatnot. Plus, it's just kind of embarrassing. Hey, Mom, I really think this woman's sexy. What do you think about that? No kid wants to have that conversation. I've never understood that. The pinup. Bear, did you have Farrah Fawcett on your wall growing up? That was your generation's pinup, right?
I think so.
You did?
Probably.
Okay.
To answer your question, though, yeah, I mean, yeah, it'll probably suck. It's hard to recreate the classics, although I've never seen the classic, but it's hard to recreate them. It's on a network show like Fox. I think they'd probably be able to get a little bit more, toe the line a little bit more if it was a Netflix or a streaming show, but it'll probably be toned down to the extent that I guess some Baywatch fans out there want to see it. So yeah, it'll probably suck, but we'll see plenty of clips on it online on what the intriguing parts are.
I mean, that show was terrible too. As far as
Oh,
a drama.
Yeah,
It was so
horrible.
bad. But there were a lot of those shows back in the 90s. Remember Silk Stockings on USA?
I remember the name. I don't think
It's
I
like a
ever watched
detective
it.
drama, but it was kind of sexy. There would be like
Yeah.
hot affairs and stuff happening.
Now, Rick, you had a show you wanted to recommend to me and Russ. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, Russell, I told Bear that I stumbled into a new show over the weekend, and I think it was the first time that I'd ever binge watched. It was the first time that I had binge watched a show up until like 3 o'clock in the morning since probably college. It really messed me up the next day, but it is on Netflix. It's called I Will Find You. It's a mystery. It's based on a book.
I've heard of this. This is getting big reviews lately.
Big reviews. I don't actually know about the reviews. I give it a big review. It's an 8-episode series. It's only one season, one of these limited series. I'm a big sucker for the mystery TV shows. I mean, this one had me juked out more than Tennessee's special teams against Arkansas back in 2011 against Joe Adams. That's the kind of show that keeps you just clicking next episode, again, on a Friday night up until 3 o'clock in the morning or so. It's fantastic. I have nobody to talk about it with. None of my friends have gone out and watched it yet. So I'm hoping that maybe one of you two will, and we can text you that on the side. But it was phenomenal. It's on Netflix, so free to watch if you have it. But it was pretty dang great.
I'll check it out. I'm probably not going to have time tonight with the World Cup game and all that stuff going on, but I'll put it on my to-do list because I have heard good things. All right, Rick, thanks a lot. Everybody go check him out. RockyTopInsider.com, the great and powerful Rick Butler. Thanks, man. We'll talk again soon.
Thanks, guys. Always good talking to you. We'll talk to you later.
Our boy, Rick Butler, he's all grown up now.
Indeed he is.
They grow up so fast. Stay with us. The Drive continues. More Fan Run Radio coming up.
The Drive.
Big Orange Country's home for sports. This
nice reveal there with Rick Butler. And yet, what does everybody want to discuss in the YouTube chat?
Baywatch show?
No, not even that. Celebrity power couple, sham marriages.
Oh.
Getting a lot of political ones. JFK and Jackie.
I don't think that was a sham so much as he had a wandering eye.
You think she knew what she was getting into?
I don't know if she knew what she was getting into, but she knew what was going on.
I guess back then, like, you didn't have a lot of recourse either, did you? I mean, they were Catholic and like divorce is frowned upon, or he was
Well, that and
anyway.
you're married to the president.
Yeah, it's not.
I mean, even today, I don't.
You don't think you could divorce the president?
I think it has its own set of problems, as a lot of these guys have kind of been philanderers. Slick Willie.
When's the last president Obama? I don't think he was fooling around.
I
don't think
W was.
No.
I don't think H.
I don't think you
HW
can anymore.
was.
I don't even think Trump is, man. Really, like, first of all, I think he's too old.
Yeah.
But second of all, like, I just don't think you can get away with it anymore. Just
You think Clinton was the last one to try?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't think. The microscope you're under is just too bright. I mean, the press used to cover up for JFK. They're not going to report on that. Now, like, if you found out that the president,
nobody's sitting on that.
Was, yeah, man. I mean, it's the scoop of the century.
Yeah. Be some dude like Trey find out about you. It's like Cody always says, if you're doing dirt, you don't want Trey Wallace sniffing around. Next thing you know, your whole life will be on Front Street.
Spain
papers.
Scores what appears to be a late winner here in the 90th minute. Portugal's got about 4 minutes of added time to work with here.
I was rooting for the Portuguese.
So we would play Spain as it stands now if we win. You got Lamine Yamal, some young stars on that team. It'd be a really tough game. All right, stay with us. Quitting time just around the corner. It's hour number 3 of The Drive. Up next here on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive.
Fan Run Radio, the station for Tennessee fans.
This ain't no wishy-washy, limp-wristed, kale-eating, half-ass sports radio station.
We're your in-your-face, truth-telling, say-it-loud, flag-waving, face-painting, hardcore, bring the noise, causing a ruckus, don't give a damn sports station.
Sports talk that doesn't just hang up and listen.
For the fans. This is Fan Run Radio.
Get some.
Citizens National Bank.
Experience the thrill of traveling with C&B's exclusive travel program. Customers age 50 and above with a Plus Perks checking account can participate, ensuring a safe and delightful travel adventure. Take a day trip or an overnight trip. Travel domestic or international. C&B is always on the go.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Rickard Ridge Barbecue. It's more than just dinner, it's a destination. Hey, this is Russell Smith, and whenever somebody asks me for a barbecue recommendation, I always tell them to take the quick drive up I-75 and visit Rickard Ridge Barbecue. Rickard Ridge is about a 20-minute drive up I-75 from downtown Knoxville. Just take exit 134 in Caryville, hang a right, and Rickard Ridge is tucked just inside Cove Lake State Park on your left. You can't miss it. Fall off the bone Memphis-style baby back ribs, slow-smoked chicken thighs, fresh, juicy, hand-cut steaks. Rickard Ridge has it all. And this ain't no Yankee chain store fly-by-night operation either. Owner Mark Rickard has spent years honing his smoking skills in Memphis, and his secret recipe and techniques have been driving East Tennessee wild for years. So make time to check him out. Rickard Ridge Barbecue inside Cove Lake State Park and online at rickardridgebbq.com.
Are you thinking of buying a home but don't know where to start? Well, call VFL Josh Travis, your local mortgage expert with Foundation Mortgage, based right here in Knoxville. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, he'll keep the process simple every step of the way. To get started, visit mortgagebrokerjosh.com or call 423-312-9777 today. Foundation Mortgage Company, LLC is an equal opportunity housing company. NMLS number 1387311.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
We really need to get some branded stuff. Shirts, hats, promo items, something professional.
I mean, we could just find a website and order a bunch of it ourselves.
You could, but you're taking a big risk. You don't know the quality, the fit, the timeline. It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I guess, but isn't that how everyone does it now?
Not the ones who actually care about how their brand looks. Look, if we're putting our name on it, it needs to be done right. We need SM Athletics.
SM Athletics?
Yeah, they specialize in working with businesses like ours. Apparel, hats, promo gear, but real, customized stuff. They actually care if it turns out right.
Probably a lot better than getting stuck with 100 t-shirts with crooked logos.
Exactly. Plus, they'll walk you through everything. Sizing, colors, material, so it matches the image we're trying to build.
Makes sense. What's the name again?
SM Athletics. Trust me, if you want to look like a real company, not a flea market stand, this is the move. If you're serious about your brand, work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
It's time for the Drive's Top 5 at 5.
Quitting time on your Monday, 5 o'clock here on Fan Run Radio. I'm Russell Smith. Thanks for tuning in to the show this afternoon. Top 5 at 5 is brought to you by our friends at ECR Total Landscapes. It is Adidas Day over on the Hill, and that is number 1 on the top 5. Tennessee unveiling their home orange uniforms for football. Also, the road orange uniforms for basketball, baseball, softball, soccer, pretty much everything. Got the Adidas treatment. And so far, as Rick said, drawing pretty good reviews from the Tennessee fans. Bear, did you have a favorite or anything that stood out to you as not up to par?
No, I'm just hoping that they'll have the trefoil. Other than that, I mean, they're pretty basic.
Pretty basic.
Yeah. I was happy that it wasn't – I didn't want to have an afternoon where we're fielding hysterical phone calls from Jamie and, you know.
They messed up the orange. They look yellow. Yellow. So far, so good. The Adidas over on the Hill. Check out photos, utsports.com. Number 2, Cal Baptist shortstop Chris Ramirez officially announcing his commitment to Tennessee baseball out of the transfer portal.
About time.
Reigning WAC player and defensive player of the year. He's a little feller, about 5'9". They don't have his weight on here, Bear.
I don't like that. It goes against my narrative.
I mean, you could be 5'9", 200 pounds, thick, jacked. You could be 5'9", 160 pounds, right? That's a big difference.
Yeah. Like Gilbert, how tall was Gilbert? Wasn't much taller than, 5'9", 5'10"?
I think so. He homered yesterday, I saw.
But he didn't weigh 100. Gilbert's pretty thick.
He was thick. Yeah, girth.
Yeah.
Gilbert girth, if you want.
He's a complete lunatic.
Gil girth.
Talk about crazy.
Ramirez hit 389 at 452 on base percentage. I saw somebody arguing with me in the chat about he should be a leadoff hitter. I kind of think our boy Hanoyan, I mean, that dude was like at 500 with his on-base percentage.
I think it's way too early to start arguing about our lineup yet.
It's never too early. I'll defer to Elander, though.
Yeah.
It seems like we're putting together a pretty good group. Number 3, it's a final now. Spain has defeated Portugal 1-0. They score in the 91st minute, Bear. It's a scoreless game. They punch one in at the end. Is this it for the great Cristiano Ronaldo? Surely at the age of 41, he is walking off the World Cup stage for the last time.
I thought he had said that. This was his last World Cup.
Oh, did he?
I think so.
Sure, he's 41.
I mean, these things only. I mean, you see anybody at 45 able to?
I mean, I'm 45 right now, and I went for a long walk this morning, about 3 miles. It was hot. It was humid. I was about ready to die when I came in.
Do you know he's the second richest soccer player?
Behind Messi?
Nope. I think Messi's third. Either Messi's third or Messi's second, and Ronaldo's third or second.
Who's first?
I cannot remember.
Ronaldinho or the first Ronaldo?
Nope. I can't remember how to say his name. He is the nephew of the Sultan of Brunei. He's worth like.
Oh, but he's not worth. It's not for being a soccer player.
Yeah.
No. Coming up later tonight, Team America, USA, takes on Belgium. 8 p.m. kickoff on Fox. Trump says they're saying 40 or 50 million people are going to watch this. Now, they had like 30 million for the last game. You think that we get up near 40, 50 million?
It wouldn't surprise me if it's 40. I'll be watching, that's for sure.
Bear is all in on the World Cup now.
Yeah.
It's a stunning development.
I may be in bed while I watch it, but you ever do that where you just go to bed early, super early?
Yeah. Not often, but sometimes.
Kind of a little under the weather. I'm thinking 8:30 may be my bedtime tonight.
Really? You're not going to stay up for the game?
Well, yeah, I've got a TV in my bedroom. I'll just watch it.
In bed? You have a TV in your bedroom?
Mm-hmm. I got one when I got sick 5 years
ago. I used to have one in my bed, and we never watched it, so we just got rid of it.
I didn't for a long time, and then when I got sick 5 years ago, I had to put one out. So I figured I'd be in there a lot. So anyhow, hey, do not forget, I still have a World Cup piece of trivia for you.
Really?
Yeah. I want to see if you know it.
President Trump says he called FIFA President Gianni Infantino personally, asking him to review the red card that Folarin Balogun was issued against Bosnia-Herzegovina. FIFA today suspended Balogun's red card, making him available for the match tonight. Belgium not happy about it. They say all options are on the table.
You have no. What are your options? You going to not play the game?
Play under protest. I'll write a strongly worded letter.
Okay. Their appeal already got thrown out. They have no grounds.
The Belgium Karens, they want to speak to the manager. I don't know what to tell you, Belgium. Bring me some waffles. Some syrup.
I mean, you could take it to some world court. I mean, it's going to be long after this thing's done. It's not like either one of these teams is going to beat Spain, am I right?
Not with that attitude. I'd call me sheepy, but, I mean, we play with them.
Could we play with France, with Mbappe?
Sure, why not? I mean, we'll be an underdog against Spain. We'd probably be a big underdog against France. But, hey, just
about Norway.
Listen, we definitely play with them. One game at a time. Belgium's in the crosshairs. This is like the NCAA tournament. You can't get caught looking ahead. Anybody can beat you. And you got to go and give it your all tonight.
Am I misremembering, or were we not? You and Walker mainly didn't think we'd have a very good team going into this thing.
No, I was skeptical for a variety of reasons. They have already probably outplayed my expectations.
So anything from here is gravy for you?
I was wrong. Yeah. No, I mean, it is kind of like the NCAA tournament. You get hot at the right time. You get hot, and there's like a good. It's very much a vibes thing. Like the vibes are good right now. Like with Portugal, the vibes aren't good. Like Ronaldo has too much power on that team, and but our guys seem to be together. The coach has really done a good job instilling team spirit and everything, and they feel good, man. And you don't always have that. I don't think Belgium has that. I don't think they have great vibes right now.
I'll tell you who else didn't have good vibes was Brazil.
No.
Did you see that coach, what he was wearing?
Some of these teams like Brazil and England, where soccer is the national sport, like the pressure on those teams is so intense. Like 10 times beyond that. Like it's it's hard to, I think, explain to an American audience like how much those societies care about this event.
Can you tell me the only country that Brazil has never beaten in competition?
Is it the U.S.?
One country. They played them 4 times.
Germany?
Nope. They've lost twice and
Italy?
had 2 draws. Nope.
What continent are we on?
They're in Europe.
Europe. England?
Nope.
Spain? Portugal?
Nope.
France? Germany?
Nope.
Switzerland?
Nah.
Belgium?
Nope.
Norway?
Nope.
Sweden?
Yes.
Norway?
Norway.
All right. Hey.
They have never beaten Norway.
How many times have they played them?
4.
Never beat
2
them?
losses and 2 draws.
How about that?
And then the other thing the stat that jumped out at me, you realize that's only the 3rd time that Mexico has lost in their home stadium.
Mexico.
I kind of hate that they got knocked out. They bring it so hard. It reminded me a little bit of like, the Morgan County High School fans.
Seeing them lose like seeing Alabama lose for me. I don't care. It's great.
Really?
Seeing all those disappointed people.
I mean, I get
They're
that.
such a bunch of whiners too, man. All the time with playing them. The way they get up in the referee and start trying to influence, the way they fake and writhe around on the ground. Oh, God, he stepped on me. Oh, my God. Just the worst. Mexico. They do make great food, though.
They look like a party out there.
I could throw down some enchiladas right now. Number 4, Major League Baseball. Bottom of the 8th, the Royals are doing it to the Phillies, 13-1.
Eat it, TB.
It's not nice. See, your Yanks have Schlittler going.
Oh, God. We're this season's just about lost now. It's just one disaster after another. I'm ready for Boone to go. Bring me Don Mattingly.
Your guy Schlittler, his name's like a combination of the worst dictator in world history and the most common expletive.
For excrement?
I'm always scared I'm going to say the wrong thing.
I want Mattingly. I want to get rid of Boone and bring me Don Mattingly.
Got a money line parlay on the Braves and Dodgers tonight.
Dodgers still smoking everybody?
They are big favorites over the Rockies, so I would hope so.
I'm kind of ambivalent about the Dodgers until, start working with Baskerville. And
they're so obnoxious.
And he really is, isn't he?
The Dodgers are obnoxious.
Oh,
Bob's great.
I'm just talking about Bob.
Are you ripping on Bob?
He's not here.
He's not obnoxious.
That's what we do when
great
someone's
guy.
not here. He's obnoxious about the Dodgers.
I still think he's a fake fan. I bet he grew up as a fan of the Reds or something and just glommed on.
I don't know. He's
moved out there.
He can be obnoxious, but I'll tell you what, Bob's honest. I think he would.
Oh, there's a dark side to Bob.
Oh, for sure.
There's a lot.
But you got to understand, when Bob's a few years older than me, but when we were kids, like the Dodgers were. I mean, it's kind of like it was in the NBA. Most people were either a Boston fan or an LA fan, especially if you lived in the middle of the country. And like the Dodgers had Tommy Lasorda, they had Fernando Valenzuela. It was the Dodgers. It was LA. I don't think he's fibbing about that. I can't believe you'd call Bob a liar. That's ridiculous.
You would think that this segment would go faster with just 2 of us, but here we are. The music bed's run out, and we haven't even gotten to number 5. Number 5, Bear, are you aware of the surge in bear attacks in Japan?
No, but are people getting out close to him?
Well, people, I don't know, but they are arming themselves with bear spray. while authorities are installing cameras in mountainous areas in the north to monitor the animals. So people are walking around with bear spray, which poses some problems. People walk around with guns. Guess what guns are going to go off. You're going to have shootouts and stuff. People are walking around with bear spray. Guess what happens?
Bear spray's going off?
Yep. And that's what happened. A Vietnamese national, Huang Nhat Dai, 22, accidentally set off his bear spray, resulting in 5 people being injured. Not by bears, by the spray.
No, I mean, have you ever seen a can of that stuff go off?
No.
It's like, imagine a fire extinguisher spraying this. The stuff I've seen, it's usually like kind of reddish brown, and it's like fire extinguisher volume of spray that comes out.
8 people got sick. 5 were sent to the hospital. There was no report of serious injuries or illness, but I don't know where you come from. If you go to the hospital, it's serious.
Yeah, I imagine you catching a face full of that stuff. The next day or two would probably be ruined.
Anti-bear spray contains capsaicin.
Yep.
The chemical component in spicy chili peppers. It can cause irritation and a burning sensation on contact with skin. So, be careful with that bear spray. You set it off in a crowded area, I guess.
Have you never seen a bear get hit with it?
No.
They do not like it at all. It's kind of sad. They'll make these horrible noises. And
is it like
around.
the scene in Cool Hand Luke where he's getting away and he tells a kid to go and spread that chili pepper all over the place and those hounds come up chasing him?
Yeah, it's like that. They howl. Wonder if it'd work on polar bears, though. They're apex predators.
Want to have something to try and use on them. That is the top 5 at 5. It's brought to you by our friends at ECR Total Landscapes. You got any trees down, branches falling, tree next to your house starting to lean a little bit? Maybe it's over a fence, something like that. You're kind of worried. Well, you do what I did last year and call ECR Total Landscapes. They'll come over there and get that tree taken care of so that it doesn't fall on you, your house, your kids, something like that. That would be terrible.
Or if you just got a stump.
They'll grind the stump. Yeah, they could do that. They also have their monthly maintenance package where they'll come out there and cut your grass and trim the edges, do the mulching for you, get in those flower beds, pull out all the weeds, get your property looking tip-top. Call 865-384-2012. Tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. You get 10% off your first month of the monthly maintenance package when you mention Fan Run. And, of course, you could go online to ECRTotalLandscapes.com. It is the Drive on a Monday afternoon edition of the show. Coming up, we'll go out west and talk to our friend Christopher Gabriel, where 5 o'clock local time kickoff. It's like 2 p.m. there. They're just getting through with lunch.
Yeah,
they're getting ready.
I'm sure he's calm and measured.
Oh, he's all on board. He's got soccer fever.
He's usually got some type of fever.
He says he's going to get into the Premier League this fall.
Who's going to be his team?
I'll let you ask him.
Well, as long as it's not Chelsea or Arsenal.
I'll let you ask him coming up here in just a bit.
Liverpool.
The World Cup is a great gateway drug to the Premier League. That's how I got started.
That's why I've been rooting for Norway and my guy Erling.
Your Saturday mornings will never be the same. We'll take a quick pause in the action. We'll come back with the CGP when we continue next here on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel by
Alongside Bear for the next 40 minutes of quality sports-related entertainment for the masses, and we go out west to the good old Pacific time zone where Christopher Gabriel of KMJ Fresno is standing by. Good afternoon, CG. How are you, sir?
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Well, I'm doing great. You know, the starting time for today's big soccer match up on the pitch at Seattle Stadium is 5 p.m. Pacific time, just an hour after we have tea, scones, and tacos here in Fresno. But I heard you talking a little bit, Bear, a little bit about, some of the folks getting in their, I'll rephrase, getting in their feelings about this decision. And my favorite is the England coach, Thomas. Is it Tuchel?
Oh, no.
Tuchel?
Well, CG, we'll go over this, but if you're aspiring to get into the Premier League, you're going to have to understand Thomas Tuchel, strategic genius. Tuchel! He's a German, managed my beloved Chelsea Blues. The last time we hoisted the Champions League in 2022, one of our great moments in club history, who did we beat, Bear? Who did we beat that night in Barcelona?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. It would be Man City, 1-0 on an amazing goal by Kai Havertz. But what's Tuchel saying about it? I want to know.
Well, first of all, this is good grist for the mill, as we'll get into later about my Premier League team after weeks of research as to which team I was going to take. He said, and you can find the video. Well, you know, this has set soccer back decades. This is an absolute decision. It's an embarrassing decision. Hey, Thomas, how about this? If your guy that got the red card, if your guy Jarell Quansah, if that gets overturned, will he feel the same way, Russ? Will Tuchel, will he feel the same way if Jarell's red card gets overturned? I don't think so. But you did mention to Bear a moment ago that that I have found a Premier League team, and Bear, I'm not kidding when I say this. I've had a lot of friends over the last couple of months trying to get me to follow their team, and I did a lot of research on this. I follow the Premier League, but not as much as you guys do. So I was looking at different teams, history of the franchises, of the managers who they've had, the stadium, the vibe, and I came down to two teams. I came down to one, Nottingham Forest, only because I played the Sheriff of Nottingham in Robin Hood in Minneapolis. And the other, I needed to go with somebody's team who I knew, somebody who I respect, somebody who was a very close friend, and I chose Chelsea.
Oh. With the posh people down there.
And let the record, I do not recruit. I don't proselytize.
No, he does not. He does not.
People can come to this their own way, and we'll see. CG, we'll see if he's there for a cold, rainy night at Stoke in the middle of January when our team is not even in the title race.
I have been to Stamford Bridge, and I've even ordered the T-shirt. And I knew that I would probably take a little heat from Bear about this, but Bear, the one thing that you and I can relate to right now is the fact that our Chicago White Sox are in first place in the American League Central, 17 and a half games better than last year. Hey, guys, all kidding aside, I can't even make fun of them on my program. I can't make fun of them because they're 47 and 42. Last year on this date, they were 30 and 60.
Listen, if you want to get started on my poop list right now, my Atlanta Braves were cruising. Best record in baseball, untouchable, and it all fell apart when we went up there for a couple of games on the south side.
Yeah.
That was we were marauding through Major League Baseball this season. And go up there, lose 2. The third game got rained out. Really looking forward to making that up at this point. And it has been a fecal blizzard since.
You know what they say? The South has risen again, and it has done so at 35th and Shields at the Dan Ryan Expressway.
Right. If the South is, I feel like Sherman just got through walking through because we're burning it down right now with the Braves. That is about unwatchable. Christopher Gabriel CG program on X with us here this afternoon. CG, what do you think about it tonight? I mean, I love the World Cup, have since '94, and I love seeing our country finally getting into it. It feels real. The TV numbers are going to be huge tonight. And you've been watching this tournament, man. What do you think? Can we get by Belgium tonight?
I'm with you on that. It's been great. I mean, I've always been a casual to interested soccer fan, but in fact, in '94 we lived in Chicago when a number of the teams were housed there, and of course that was the year that Escobar had the own goal out of the Rose Bowl, and then 2 weeks later he was assassinated in his car.
Yeah.
But this is the first year that I have really dove in, and I mean, last night's Mexico-England match was about as epic a sporting event as you'll ever see in Azteca Stadium. Norway-Brazil was great. As far as this team goes, we'll get to the red card controversy. I feel like I'm looking at a team that it's not top-level European, obviously. It's not top-level, what we see out of the Brazils and what have you in South, or certainly Argentina. But they are the most skilled American team that I have ever seen, at least in my lifetime. And Bear and I are in the same age neighborhood. And there's something about the way these guys play. They seem to be able to play a number of different ways, right? They can play kind of wide open and up and down with Pulisic out there, and certainly with Flo Balogun. And they've got great goalkeeping. They've got Chris Peters back there. I mean, he's a great defender. But they can play a grinded out style too. They can play that style that we saw them do that against Bosnia-Herzegovina. So as far as tonight goes, I think on paper, I think it's a fair statement to say that Belgium on paper is the better team. I don't think anybody would disagree with that. But a guy called my show and said, well, Belgium's not going to be bothered by the crowd up there because they played Senegal in that stadium. And I said, listen, my man, you need a reality check here. Playing Senegal in that stadium ain't going to be like what it's going to be when this United States team comes out there. That's going to hit about 145 on the decibel reader. And if we can get the first goal, look out. Now, as far as Flo Balogun goes, that red card was absurd. I looked up the rules. I talked to the former official. I talked to a number of people, actually. Even talked to someone from the BBC. I've not talked with anybody out here except for one friend of mine from Scotland who's just livid about the whole thing, who has said anything to the contrary of, they did everything wrong. They did everything wrong from the moment that they decided to use VAR improperly, which they did. The fact that it got turned over, I'm of a couple of different minds about this, guys. I think that FIFA, right it or wrong, we can debate forever as to the methodology about how it happened with the president making a call. There's a part of me that says, well, no, I don't have a problem with it because it's the president of the United States and he decided to make a phone call and I'm good with that. The other part of me says, well, maybe a world leader shouldn't do it. Irrespective of that, the part of this that's making me chuckle a little bit, maybe more than chuckle, is Belgium. Coming into this tournament, Belgium, some reports out of Brussels were that they felt a little disrespected. They felt like they weren't being viewed as one of the teams that could walk away with the trophy. Now, suddenly, Flo is playing, and they're crying like somebody stole their waffles. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. You can't have it both ways. I don't think that Flo playing tonight, I don't think that by any stretch of the imagination that ensures a victory. And had he not played, that doesn't mean that we couldn't have beaten them. I think ultimately, all of this pre-match hype, guys, all of the talking and the jockeying, and I don't care what fans from other countries say. There's people that are going to hate America no matter what we do. And you guys, you folks that want to hate America, you go on with your bad self, as Robin Roberts would say. None of us here really care about that. When you hear soccer officials, they have a vastly different view. But I think that all of this pre-match talk is going to go out the window as soon as the fans count it down. We have the opening kickoff, and then when it's 10 and a goalkeeper going at each other on both sides, in the black, red, and yellow, and the red, white, and blue, that's really all that's going to matter. And we have to be on our game. We have to look to attack. I think we have to look to try to do what we've done almost every match of this tournament, and that's score early. I think if Belgium gets the first goal, it certainly doesn't negate our chance to win, but it will take a little bit of air out of the stadium. But if we can get that first goal, that place, I mean, I've been to that place, is going to be absolutely lit, Russ.
Yeah, I was just looking at the United States. We're wearing the blue on blue tonight, which is okay. Like that red, the striped jersey is just beautiful, man. I mean, that should,
it's gorgeous.
We should never wear anything else if we're at home. That should be our, the Brazil yellow, the blue and white stripes of Argentina. That should be our uniform. We're talking a lot about uniforms here on the show today, but but it's okay. We can beat Belgium in blue.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can. And I mean, I talked to somebody. I was texting with somebody before my program this morning who does a morning show up in Seattle, and he was telling me, I'm not making this up. He was telling me that word from Lumen Field is that there were fans gathering and tailgating at like 7 o'clock this morning. So folks up there are going to be ready to absolutely bring the heat. Now it's just up to our guys. And one other part of this, Russ, I'm seeing a lot of folks writing and talking about how, well, if America wins tonight, it's going to be tainted. I heard Alexi Lalas a little bit earlier basically saying, all of you who are saying that, you know what you can do. America's going to go out. We're going to play to win, and absolutely nobody should feel guilty about rooting for our own country. I'm seeing fans on social media, I don't feel right about this. I'm rooting for Belgium. Out of here with that. Just get the hell out of here with that. Come on.
Yeah, you go ahead and root for Belgium, Waffle Boy. We'll be over here in the good old red, white, and blue. Christopher Gabriel, KFJ Fresno, our guest this afternoon. CG, speaking of the uniforms, I'm sure you've been keeping up with the Adidas rollout online today. Tennessee social team's doing a great job with the production angle of that. What did you think about the actual uniforms themselves? Did Adidas and their partners at UT get it right?
I think they did. I mean, the thing that I was looking for right off the bat, I probably think most Vols fans, certainly you, Bear, Bob, and company, doing the same. I wanted to see if they got the color right. And obviously pictures don't always do justice to what the color actually is, but it really does look like they got it right. The football uniforms, they look clean. They look very impressive. If I'm going to nitpick, I don't really know why the little tiny T on the jersey needs to be on a round patch, which then goes on the uniform, but that's a small thing. That's a small thing. I like the number font. I like the size of the numbers. I think the names in the back of the jerseys, I think they look good. Basketball uniforms, I think those look terrific. I haven't seen all of the uniforms, but the majority of what I've seen so far, I think Adidas got it right. And I think, Russ, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe the deal is that designs of all the uniforms stay in-house, that we control that. And that must be the case, right? Because it looks that way. We look like Tennessee, Russ. That to me is the key. They look like Tennessee. It doesn't look like some abomination that we have seen from Adidas recently, as well as back in the original Adidas era. So I think so far, I think they've gotten it right, Russ.
Yeah, I mean, I think it looks good. Danny White and his PR machine, they're really good at winning the battle, right? As far as, they knew that when they announced the switch to Adidas, it was, the reaction was mixed, to put it mildly. And, but says they did a good job of, hey, this is going to be more NIL for our athletes. This is going to get us players, so that got a lot of people on board. And then I think the finishing touches, look, just don't mess it up, right? I mean, get the color right and lean into the tradition aspect of it. And fans seem to be pretty happy. Will you be rushing out to buy UT Adidas gear?
No, but I wouldn't be rushing out to buy more Nike gear either, because my daughters would like to say that the only thing in my closet at home is Tennessee Orange. And they might have an idea about that. They might be sort of right about that, but I'm going to wait on it. But if the stuff looks like this that they sell in stores, I would be inclined to buy something. I remember the last time that they sold stuff. The problem that I had, Russ, is I kept wanting to find T-shirts, whether they were gray or white or orange, that were just orange and white. I didn't want to see them loaded with black. I don't mind I dig the black uniforms when we do the dark mode. I think those are cool. They look great. I mean, it's one of the most impressive uniforms in college football, and the whole stadium when we do dark mode. I was there for it last year. I mean, it's great. But sometimes you said this to me. You and I were on the phone the other day, and you said to me, "Can't we just be Tennessee? Can't we just be Tennessee?" And I subscribe to the same thing. I don't want merchandise to look like Oklahoma State or Oregon State or Bowling Green. We have one of the most unique colors in all of sports. And sure, other rivals like to make fun of it. This and that. Well, you know what? Tennessee merchandise sales have never dipped. Even in the decade of dysfunction, thank you, Mark Nagy, the sales were always there. Tennessee stuff always sells. So make it look like the University of Tennessee. Keep the focus on the orange and the white. You don't need to doll it up. That's where I like what they've done over the years at Penn State and USC. I'm not going to say the school in Tuscaloosa. They've kept it simple. They've kept it simple and basic because they have classic uniforms. They've had classic merchandise. Tennessee shouldn't be any different. Keep it simple. Make the fans happy. Give the fans what they want.
Hear, hear. I'm just preparing myself to be inundated with angry CG texts when they unveil the Summit Blue here in a couple of days.
Well, I get a little tired of the whole, Carolina Lady Vols look. Boy, you say that on social media and people come crawling out of the woodwork after you. Look, I've said this many times. I've written it many times. I'm going to say it again. I was blessed to have my first big interview in this business with Pat Summitt. Was invited down to one of her practices, went to one of her practices. We all go back to the early days when she started winning titles. Pat, to my knowledge, I think Joan Cronin did when they first developed the women's program at UT in the early 80s, I want to say. But Pat never had an all-blue uniform. Pat had blue piping. She had some blue trim, but there was never an all-blue Summit uniform. And I think sometimes softball in particular has gone crazy with Summit Blue, just crazy with it. You want to have that as an accent color? Hey, knock yourself out. But when I turn on the TV, I want to see Tennessee orange. And if folks don't agree with me, that's fine. You can think what you want, but just let's keep that a trim, a secondary color, as opposed to the fans that are like, you know what? I think Josh Heupel. I think we should have an all blue, a Summit Blue Tennessee football jersey. For get out of here! Just stop with that. The person who wouldn't want that is Pat Summitt. Pat would say, you know what? You get your wristbands and your cleats, but no, Tennessee should be in orange jerseys. Pat would be saying that. She would.
Sorry, I asked. Or sorry, I brought it up.
You open that doorway, and then it says, then my temperature gets up, my heartbeat's at like 125, and the whole thing falls apart.
All right, CG. Well, I mean, I know it's still early out there. You got to pace yourself with the big game coming up here in about 2.5 hours. Unbelievable. U.S. men's national team versus Belgium.
Who do you like
tonight?
Who do you like tonight?
I was just checking the FanDuel, and we are a slight favorite but part of me wonders if that's just like a bunch of American, casual bettors.
Yeah.
Betting on it. It's so close. I think we can play with them. I think like what you talked about, the crowd being a factor, that is a underrated part of America's success at this World Cup. And we all know that's one of the loudest stadiums. I mean, it was designed specifically to be loud. And I think if our crowd can bring the same energy the Mexican crowd brought last night, that's gonna make it hard on Belgium. They're a veteran group, a lot of good players. It's going to be tough. We're not going to have the same amount of chances that we had in earlier games against Paraguay, Australia, even Bosnia. So you got to make it count, man. If you got to look at goal, you got to put it in. And having Balogun back makes me confident, CG, because that guy if he gets a look at the goal, man, it's going in the back of the net right now.
You absolutely stole my thunder. I was going to say you said it much more eloquently than I would have. That we are not going to have as many chances. We have to capitalize. I think two things that stick out, and then I'm going to let you run because I know you got to go. One, Mauricio Pochettino was hired for games like tonight. He was hired to get the United States men's national team, the program, to the next level. And the next level for this soccer program is to get to the quarterfinals. I don't think if we do, I don't think we beat Spain or Portugal. I don't care. I do care, but it's okay. This is a game that we are supposed to win because that's why they hired him. The other thing, I would not doubt that he is telling the guys tonight, even though they know this, don't think that just because we're going to be playing in a cauldron of noise, look at Mexico last night, that noise is not going to win this match. You still have to go out there and you got to play and you got to capitalize when you have the opportunity. And then that crowd will be a factor and it will get under the skin of the Belgian players. Absolutely no doubt about it. I think we can play with them. I think we can win. But boy, I tell you, like I said earlier, Russ, I think we've got to get that first goal.
All right, CG, love the analysis. Love the passion, brother. Thank you so much for jumping on today.
Love you guys. Be well. Thanks a lot. Go USA.
Christopher Gabriel, KMJ Fresno. One more. He's all USA'd up, Bear.
Yes, he is. I mean, did you expect anything less?
He's ready. He's draped in the red, white, and blue and ready to roll. My man is on it.
Mm-hmm.
Coming up, David Gabriel George has made up his mind.
Says he's relieved.
We will tell you the latest in the recruitment of the 5-star running back in the Chattanooga area when we continue the shocking conclusion of the drive coming up. Speak now, forever hold your peace. 865-966-3435. 966-3435. More Fan Run Radio coming up.
The Drive. Miss any of your favorite Fan Run show? Listen
of the drive. Russell Bear back with you for about 10 more minutes here. If you want to jump in, go ahead and take a shot. 865-966-3435. 966-3435. David Gabriel George, talented running back from Chattanooga, Baylor, will announce his decision in 16 days, Wednesday, July 22nd. So 2.5 weeks. And his uncle doing an interview with On3 Rivals, his Uncle Gene.
It's a good uncle name.
It is. You got to have an Uncle Gene.
Yeah.
And Uncle Gene's going to be there for you. Uncle Gene ain't going to steer you wrong unless he tells you to go to Ohio State. Quote, he's already made his decision, says Uncle Gene. We had our meeting last week. We went through the 3 programs and how he feels about them and how he feels about his opportunity to play right away and his opportunity to make it to the league in 3 years. We had that conversation last week, and he's very comfortable with that decision.
It gives us no clue as to who he's picking.
Well, it's down to, of course, Tennessee, Ohio State, and Ole Miss. Most people think it's Tennessee and Ohio State. The Ole Miss people think they've got a shot. Uncle Gene says, quote, he's just very comfortable with where he's at. He also wants to focus on this season. His mindset is to go out there and dominate and join a team in January.
I mean, he comes here, he's going to be RB1 come that first game in 27.
You think so? What if Bishop is back?
I think this kid's going to be RB1. He's a bell cow.
I think they would split carries. I don't think if Deshaun Bishop makes it through this year healthy and decides to come back for his senior season, he would be, he's all SEC last year. I just don't think you bench him. I think you would split carries, and I think that's fine because
that's what I meant. I mean, maybe he will be playing a ton.
I think he get 10, 15 carries a game. So Uncle Gene also talked about all 3 schools. He gave an extensive quote. He gave a long quote about Ohio State, and then he gave an even longer quote on Tennessee. I can't read the entire thing, but he says, quote, Tennessee is different. That's where we have the best relationships overall. We might have the best position coach relationship with Coach Locke. That's Carlos Lachlan, Ohio State's running backs coach. Been around him a long time. But I think overall, when it comes to a staff, the best relationships are with Tennessee. He says, I've been on the message boards and watch all the YouTube stuff every day. I know how hungry the Tennessee fan base is. I know what it would represent for David to go to Tennessee. He would end up being a legend at Tennessee. I believe in the kid's ability. I'd feel the same way if he went to James Madison. In terms of how hungry the fan base is at Tennessee, it would be insane for him to be very successful there. I feel like if a player of David's caliber goes to a team like that, I feel other players would follow.
I agree. And he's right.
And then he speaks for like 3 more paragraphs about
Tennessee.
Yeah. So I feel I've been telling you for months now, we're getting this kid. He's coming. I stand by it.
I hope so. We could really use him. I want to see what a tier 1 running back looks like in this offense. Just that kind of a weapon and what Heupel can do with that.
He'd be a big one. He would be a big one. Road whites get unveiled tomorrow.
You excited?
Yeah, why not?
Sure. Give us something to talk about.
They'll do the smoky grays in August, evidently.
You're going to preview them in August?
Yes.
So I guess they're not ready yet.
I guess not.
Or whatever they sent they didn't like. So I thought they were supposed to show those this week.
Just keep it simple, man. Keep the helmet the same.
Smoky Mountains on them.
Yeah, keep it simple, man.
Yeah.
The
Dark
KISS
mode
principle.
simple.
Keep it simple, stupid. Yeah, don't change dark mode. Just do the same thing, man. People will be happy with it, right?
That one's easy. Black, orange trim.
Well, we're finding out about, I know we have final design control and all that stuff. But we're finding out about Adidas. They wanted Tennessee, obviously. They threw a bunch of money at us, flagship school, whatever. But in turn, Tennessee's got to play ball, and they've done a good job of the rollout, and they've got to make Adidas look good. Look, you can botch this stuff. I mean, look what happened to South Carolina last week. Look at the response to the Nebraska uniforms, whatever happened there.
I didn't think theirs looked that bad. I thought their fans overreacted.
Okay, I thought they looked awful. I mean, like there were fans that thought they looked fine, but there were a lot of people who thought they looked atrocious, including yours truly. I don't see anybody saying that about Tennessee. I don't see anybody standing on their table saying, "Oh my God, Adidas screwed Tennessee up."
Well, no, I mean they kept it very, very basic and simple.
Well, and when you're going to do that, like if Alabama ever changes from Nike, like they're not going to change their uniform design, right? Because those people would go crazy.
Well,
so
neither is Penn State.
All you can do is not screw it up. You can't knock it out. That's where Adidas erred with Nebraska. That's where Nike erred with South Carolina. It's like, hey, we're going to change stuff. We're going to make it better.
Yeah.
It's like, well, we're Nebraska. Like, it's Nebraska football, man. Like, there's not much you can do there. It's a red jersey and white pants. Like, you might have stripes, you might not. Yeah. Other than that, there's like, you're just asking for people to be mad if you mess with it beyond that.
That's why I thought it was, I mean, I haven't seen any of the Adidas Penn State stuff, but that's got to be easy. I mean, it's navy blue and white.
Don't mess it up.
I mean, they just wear straight white pants, no stripes, right?
Who,
Penn
Nebraska?
State.
Oh, Penn State, no stripes. Oh, yeah. No, I mean, can you imagine stripes? Those people would fall out of their chairs.
So I think it's going to be, I mean, that's even easier. Just cut them a check and make them some navy blue and white uniforms.
Broadway Barbershop says Belgium is known for only two things, waffles and it's got a picture of Dr. Evil.
They're also known for chocolate. Some of the world's greatest chocolates come from Belgium.
Wasn't that Dr. that long hair? He was born on the countryside and my scrotum was ritually shorn at the age of 5. What's that whole thing, that spiel?
I don't remember. Diamonds are known for diamonds. Antwerp.
Belgium quote. I'm going to get my Dr. Evil thing correctly here. My father was a relentlessly self-improving boulangerie owner from Belgium with low-grade narcolepsy and a penchant for buggery.
Buggery.
Oh, man. Yep. Dr. Evil came. I hope that's not an omen. I don't need any
I think
Dr. Evil hijinks
tonight.
tonight.
What's your prediction for tonight before we get out of here?
Who said 2-1 earlier? Was that Roberto?
Yeah.
I'm with him. I think 2-1. 2-1, good guys.
I'm going to 2-0 America.
2-0, huh?
Yeah.
I like it.
I mean, we're shutting them out, Russ. They've been running their trap. Chocolate eating, diamond cutting sissy boys.
They don't have a good slur, do they? Like the frogs or the krauts. They don't have something like that.
Aren't they the Flemish?
The Flemish.
Yeah.
Well, that's not derogatory. Good. Yeah, that's not harsh enough. You want something that makes you feel like you're almost saying a word you shouldn't.
Hold on.
Walker and I will be live with you as soon as the game goes final on X Spaces. Be sure to follow us on all our socials. We're on Twitter at Fox Sports Knox. I'll be live on my personal account tonight at Russell _Smith, 2 S's, 2 L's.
There is no widely used dedicated ethnic slur specifically for people from Belgium.
We need to come up with one. The Belgies.
However, in informal context or pop culture, such as a famous Monty Python sketch, people jokingly use food-based insults for them, like, I don't know how you say this word. Is it frites? Referencing their famous national dish, F-R-I-T-E-S.
French fries, frites, that's French.
Yeah.
I like Belgies. The damn Belgies. The Belgers.
Well.
The Belgites.
All I know is they're losing tonight. You can take us to court if you want to, losers.
Go cry some more, Belgium.